I am live. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get my camera right, y'all. It's a little junky sauce right now. Anyway, welcome to my channel. We are live. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. It is the infamous Kiki. Let me get my camera right, y'all, cause it's been a couple of days since I've been live, and I gotta make sure that my things are straight. Anyway, hey everybody, my name is Infamous Kiki. Welcome to my channel. We are watching Love. This is the debut, the premiere every Friday. There's a season number 7 of Love After Lockup. Now, the way that WeTV does their seasons is really, really weird. So really, some places they call it season 4, some places season 7. All I know is I started watching Love After Lockup last season with my first season. If you go back and look at my playlist, I watched Love During Lockup last season and this season, and I watched Love After Lockup last season and this season. So, 90 Day Fiance, it depends on what happened. And if you watch that, a lot of y'all do, you can go back and watch my playlist. I did do a video about Jamal last week talking about, him dating some chick named Veronica, but I'm not really that hard in these 90 Day Fiance streets. But I do love the lockup shows. I do Love After Lockup. Love During Lockup is my jam. Inmate to Roommate, I didn't watch that. I didn't have AMC, but we'll see next season what happens. We'll see what happens. I like the inmate shows. I like the shows where people used to be in jail. Love and romance shows and people meeting people internationally. That can be interesting, but I really like the lockup shows because I have dated men who have been incarcerated. I date someone who previously was incarcerated. We didn't meet like this. We met years after he had already been incarcerated. I've never dated someone I met through incarceration, but but I have been with somebody. They went to jail. They got back out of jail. We were together. But I ain't never did no prison pal, nothing like that. All this I find interesting, because we're in a different age than when I was dating in my 20s, which is long time ago. When I was in my 20s, it was many eons ago. So because I'm quite older. When I was in my 20s, that was almost 30 years ago. So I'm what you call an old head. Anyway. But anyway, we're going to watch this episode. I'll watch it live. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe. When you come on in. I know most of y'all are not here live. Most of you guys are going to watch this during the rewatch. You guys are going to watch it at a different time. So happy holidays to everybody. I am sick right now. I have some kind of sinus infection thing in my face. So my face is hurting. So I'm fighting through it. My throat is a little scratchy. So if you hear me over here, a little snotty, then y'all know what's going on. I got my fish blue cheese over here. I have no cats today. There are no cats. Cats are not hanging out with me today. They're downstairs hanging out with my kids. My kids are out of school. So I've been very, very busy. Ever since Thanksgiving, my job has been busy. It's finally calmed down and I'm about to go on vacation. So I will have more time to do videos. The next video I am going to do is about my weight loss journey because there is a young lady on here that is, spoiler alert, because we're about to watch this. I did watch half of the episode, but I didn't get to watch all of it. So I'm now going to watch all of it. But there's a young lady on here. She's talking to a guy that's in prison, and she apparently kind of catfished the dude, and she's overweight. She wants to lose weight. And so I'm going to do a whole nother video about my weight loss journey. It is, I used to be as big as this. I think her name is, Monique or Dominique, I will see, but I used to be a big girl. Like at my largest, I was a size 26. So I used to be over 300 pounds. And I've kept the weight off in about 9 years. So I'm going to do a whole video talking about my weight loss journeys, my ups, my downs, the mental aspects of it, the physical aspects of it. I have had weight loss surgery. And I have had a tummy tuck and skin removed and all of that. So I had skin and everything removed. That was about 5 years ago because I had lost so much weight, like everything was just hanging here. So you'll see me looking at my computer because this is where I can see like any comments or anything like that. And then, but my screen is right here, and I'm just gonna try to look up to my screen and get my camera right with y'all. Try to get my ish right with y'all, If you see my setup, y'all be like, what? But if you really like to support the channel, besides like, sharing, and subscribing, if in the description box, I do have a link to my Etsy shop, which is one of my Etsy shops. I have it in link. I didn't put the other one, but it's a jewelry shop. I'm gonna have a bomb ass after Christmas sale. So if you like to support the channel, you can buy from me. I ship fast. I'm a 5-star shop. Both my Etsy shops are 5-star. I've had jewelry pieces worn in music videos. Like Rihanna, in one of her music videos, she wore one of my pieces. Let's see who else. Let's see, the baby. I'm trying to think who else. There's been some other people that have bought my pieces and then it ended up in a photo shoot or something somewhere. So my shop's been open for almost a year now, or a little over a year. So I've been in Wall Street Journal. I've been in Wall Street Journal. I've been in blogs. I've been many different places. I'm not famous. My kids think I am. My kids think I'm a celebrity, but I'm not. No one knows who I am. I stay incognito all the time. I got my little head wrap on, but I keep it simple here. I don't be all glammed up for these videos, y'all. I'm sorry. I come here fresh face, no makeup, African wrap on, hair not did, wig not on, because that's just me. And again, I'm sick today. So we're gonna watch this episode right now. They're gonna do like a little recap, and y'all excuse me because I do watch these episodes. I oh oh oh, I got a screenshot this screen right here. I'm sorry, y'all. This picture that they showing. Oh, what is what is he doing? Anyway, they're gonna show like a little. If y'all excuse me, I do watch these episodes. I don't watch them on wetv. I watch these episodes on YouTube. If you search YouTube, you can find whole episodes. Because there's no point in me having wetv. I gotta take this picture right here because the faces that they making right now. I'm sorry, I digress. But yeah, I don't watch this. I'm gonna post this picture in my community section, so make sure you subscribe because I'm gonna post a picture of what I'm taking. What am I zooming in on right here? What is this face that he's making? What is that? I'm taking a picture. I'm gonna post it in my community because y'all know I'll be clowning. But anyway, let's just continue because the face that Chris was making. So they're gonna give like a little preview. A little preview about what's gonna be happening during the season. And Justine's kids is like, we ain't about to call this man dad, which they shouldn't be required to. And if she requires these kids to call this man daddy, I'm done. I'm gonna flip out. Okay, so we have Justine and Michael. We have Ashley and Travis. We have Nathan and Skylar. And Gabby and Chris. We saw them on the last season. Love After Lockup. And so now we're on the commercial. They, in the beginning of these shows, they show like a little recap or whatever. I'm like, get on with it. Or what's gonna happen during the season. Cirque Musica. Oh, my kids may want to go see this. Sorry, I'm looking at these. Monique and Derek. Monique is the big girl that they've never met, and so yeah, this is what. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because Anyway, let's get on to Gabby and Chris. Gabby's 28, Chris is 32. This is for the people that don't watch this show because there's some people who don't even watch this, but they like to just watch the recap. So here we go.
No problem. The type of girl that I am, I mean, I could be calm, but then I could be crazy. I have both sides, so I guess that's why I'm a Gemini. I have so much.
Gabby's saying, okay, let me pause. Let me pause just for a second. If you watch my playlist about Love After Lockup, I used to go in on Gabby and Chris all the time, especially Gabby, because I did not like Gabby. I did not like her at all. I still don't like Gabby. However, I can't believe they're on this show spoiler alert, for those of you who don't know, who's not in the gossip columns and not in all that, Gabby and Chris are no longer together because um they were living together, and Chris was putting his hands on her. And when I say putting hands on her, I mean like Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. He was like punching her in the face. Okay. So the idea that they're on this show is kind of scandalous and kind of give me the side eye because of how it's going to end, and I wonder how much of it is going to be shown or portrayed in this show. But I didn't like Gabby. I don't like Gabby because Chris, if you don't know, Chris was in prison. He got assaulted by a guard in prison, so he got a settlement from the correction system, right? And so she had access to Chris's money. From my cousin. And was bumpies with Chris, and he saw a picture of me, so he wanted to know who I was. And so she met him through a cousin. Yeah. And so the tightening and the lightening, it just goes to combo.
So why are we doing the rejuvenation?
Because Chris is getting out, so I plan to,
Okay.
So Chris is he's about to get out.
He went to prison for possession of a controlled
Chris
substance.
went to jail for possession of a controlled substance and a weapon. He's been in prison for 5 years. And so
it does tighten the vagina, so you'll feel like a virgin again.
Chris and I never had sex.
Her and Chris, they met through a cousin while she was in jail. And so for some reason, which I'm still not quite understanding, she's going to get some kind of procedure done to have her vagina tightened. Now, okay, pause, time out. Gabby, 28. I don't know what kind of sex she been having to the where that you got to go and have a procedure to get your vagina tightened so you're like a virgin. I didn't know there was even such a thing. And so there's some kind of procedure that they do to tighten it up or something. I have to look this up because I've never heard of such a thing. Second of all, I'm damn near 50 years old, and I ain't trying to brag and nothing like that. I didn't have partners. I've had children, but I didn't have my children vaginally. They came through C-section. But she's never had any children. So usually that's a procedure for somebody that's had vaginal births. I've never heard of somebody never had no kids and you trying to get your vagina tightened up. Like I'm confused.
And you only get one wife.
So what is his mother's name?
I'm just confused. Why?
She thinks I'm
like, what have you been doing to where your vagina? Like I said, my vagina.
A few years ago, while Chris was in prison, I had a lawsuit for Rikers Island for being beaten up.
I'm just saying, y'all. I ain't trying to brag, but that's the last surgery I'll be thinking of having. I have enough issues. Let's just put it this way: I have enough issues already.
Chris doesn't have a dollar left, not a dollar, not a nickel, not a dime, not anything, not a penny. I'm supporting him now.
And she's still walking around like you're using him.
Yes.
So
when he was gone, his mother wasn't sending him any money. I was. I spent thousands of dollars because he asks for money every day. And did I give it to him? Yes, I did.
She said that a lot of the money wasn't just spent on her, that she was sending Chris money as well. That the mom and the sister weren't sending him any money. That she was sending him money every day. So that I do believe, that it wasn't just her spending the money.
His mom and sister had no idea that you're wanting to get married.
No, I didn't tell them. Because they're going to be so against it. They're like going to go crazy. So I'd rather them go crazy after they see what's going on.
So she wants to get married and she has not told Chris's family.
No, I mean, that would be very childish and petty of me to just get married just to piss someone off. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing it because I want to marry him.
It's not gonna come off very well.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And the doctor's telling her this is not going to end well, that you finna get married and then you're not telling his family what's going on. I'm like, has she even talked to him?
That's their problem, not mine.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the intimate bleaching. I'm gonna have you spread them for me.
And then she's doing anal bleach. I don't understand. I'm just confused. I'm never confused. I'm just confused.
Getting married tomorrow with like spending less than a day together.
Yeah, they spend less than a day together, and you already want to get married.
Very tight vagina and a bleached ass.
Yeah, she have a tight vagina and a bleached asshole. I don't understand the anal bleaching. Again, I've seen what it looks like back there. I'm just saying, trying to put it delicately. I don't need no anal bleaching. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. Why is that a thing? And getting your vagina tightened up again. I'm not trying to judge nobody, but that has never crossed my mind as something to do for somebody that hasn't had any children. I mean, if you had kids, I can understand. And you have vaginal birth, because vaginal birth does stretch things out. But I've never known anyone that ain't had no vaginal birth and no kid that want to get, I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to leave it alone, girl. I'm just going to move on. Moving right along. So anyway, we're going to Justine and Michael. And Justine is waiting for Michael to get out.
I have been waiting over 3 years to be able to see my.
And she's been waiting 3 years. It's the first time they'll be together.
I met Michael through his mother, who were working together, and one day she let me know that she had a son, but he's in jail. I was like, oh, that's great. Like, what jail? Like, I don't mind going. Like, I still want to meet him. I had peeked on his Instagram, so I knew what he looked like.
Yeah, so like she
showed up at the jail.
She met Justine met her husband now through jail. So I mean at jail through the mom. The mom was like, "Oh, my son's incarcerated." First of all, like I said during Lockup, I don't understand if my son is incarcerated. The last thing I would be trying to do is to hook him up with somebody. Then he has 4 kids. So like again, I'm not trying to throw dispersions on the mom. I don't know. Maybe she was just like, "Oh, this is my son," and showed her a picture, like just casually. I don't know what the motivation is, but if the mom motivation was to try to hook up her son with Justine, then her mom's just as crazy as she is, because that shit ain't right. Like I'm not trying to hook up my incarcerated son with nobody. Like, so that I mean that's just nuts to me. Like, oh, let me hook my son up with you, and he incarcerated. Fuck out of here. Like, are you just the people just do the weirdest shit to me. People just weird, yo. They just weird. People on this show, they just be weird sauce. And here he comes, and he's carrying a keyboard. What the hell? Why is he carrying a keyboard? What has he got a keyboard for? He finna bust out a mixtape, and then he set the keyboard down like he finna bust out a mixtape. Girl, don't tell me he went to prison with the keyboard, y'all. They didn't kept the keyboard in custody. They could have released the keyboard to somebody. The mama could have came and picked up the keyboard. He got the whole keyboard. Like all he got released out of jail was a keyboard. I don't see no pillow with no stuff in it. I don't see no wallet. All I see is a motherfucking me ass keyboard, y'all. I'm done. This is crazy. But they do seem very happy. Justine and Michael genuinely seem like they like each other, and that they do look cute together. There's a natural rapport I see with them, but I don't know how it's going to go relationship wise when you're dealing with somebody who
18 years old,
you know,
going through some hard stuff,
who's been through so much stuff that he's been through.
No water at times, no heat, no food in the house. So
he's saying no water, no food in the house. He grew up
started selling drugs.
Poor. He started selling drugs.
Kind of, get out of that, not being able to have days. When I got sentenced, I was 29 years old. He went to prison. He was 29. He did 6 years. He was selling drugs. He sold drugs to undercover. Yeah, he was selling drugs, and he got caught. He got popped because he was selling drugs to undercover. FBI. Same story. We're all trying to just get money and fix our lives. But once you win it, man, there's no turning back.
Yeah, but that's kind of lifestyle is a trap. Like you end up in jail, and then you going in and out of jail, and then
something that's supposed to be a stepping stone into a career, and that's what we all fail.
Yeah.
But I think what sets me apart from other drug dealers is the fact that not a person on this planet could get me to sell a nickel bag ever again.
He said not a person on the planet can get him to sell a nickel bag ever again. And that is good to hear. That is promising. I that's good to hear. Now I don't know if it's true or not or whether I believe him, but it is good to hear. He's saying he left that life alone.
For everyone who honest or doubted me, they're gonna feel a wrath. They're gonna feel a wrath. Wait till we start planning for our wedding. I'm very excited to consummate my marriage, make it official.
And then he talking about they want to have a real wedding, you know, not like.
The first time. Let's get out the way.
How long do you think they're gonna last?
And he wants to have another kid.
I think me and Justine got the forever thing going on.
No, I don't think that's what they're telling me.
Oh.
You want to have another kid? Like why? She has 3 kids. He has 4. Why?
I think it's gonna be pretty fast.
Why is this like? Okay, I want to have another baby. You just got out of prison. Who in the fuck want to get out of prison and want to have a baby? I don't understand these people. This is just weird. Yeah, we're gonna have a baby. They act like having a baby is like getting a puppy or a new purse or a new car. Like having a baby is a lot, especially you just got out of jail and then you trying to get his kids and your kids acclimated together, and you know it's a lot bringing 2 families together. And you talking about I want her pregnant. What kind of hood booger shit is that? Child, y'all try to get me started. So yeah, we going to commercial. And let me tell you, I know what I'm talking about because I'm a chick. I'm a hood chick. Like I'm a hood chick. I live in the suburbs. I live in a nice neighborhood, and I'm educated and I'm all that. But at the end of the day, I'm a hood bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hood chick. I'm a chick from the hood, right? I'm not extra bougie like, ooh, these ghetto people. They're from the ghetto. I'm a hood chick. But I understand it took me a long time of dating hood boogers and thugged out dudes for me to understand that way of life, the way I was raised and the way I grew up, it's not where it's at, yo. It's not it. You know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of my time trying to convince young women, especially young women, that just because you're raised in a certain neighborhood around a certain type of people, you know, and you don't have the money to, you know, maybe to go to college, be educated, but education is more than just going to college. Education is also educating your mind, educating yourself. And you can do that without formal education. It's about growing as a person. And I'm always trying to grow. And I'm always telling people that, you know, you don't never let where you from define who you are. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know. So they're going to have another season of A Life After Lockup in February. So it looks like Justine and Michael might be on that new season. I don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll see. I don't know why they bringing Sean back and Sarah and all that. I'm tired of seeing them. So now we're moving on to the next couple.
I'm just so clumsy.
Ashley and Travis. Ashley is 38. She's an antique fine jeweler, and Travis is 44. He is in prison for 13 years for armed bank robbery. Okay, that's them. Everybody that's in here, make sure you hit that like button. So it's 2 days until Travis releases.
3 words to describe me. I think.
And Ashley's in Florida.
Passionate, patient, and I'm wild. I'm a freak in the sheets.
Ashley says she a freak in the sheets, but I don't believe her, Ashley. I don't. Ashley don't look like. And she slipped in the bathroom.
I slipped on the rug again. Okay, I'm sorry. I've never been married. No.
Ashley's never been married. She had a guy once. That she been engaged one time because she had a nice butt, I guess. Girl.
Why is such a clumsy? I didn't want to go back to hiding my feet.
First of all, why is Ashley talking like that? Why does she talk like a baby?
Hi, Aaron. Can you pick up 10 $500 gift cards for the
We on commercial right now. Sorry, y'all. But why does Ashley talk like a baby? It's like Brandwin. I slipped on the rug and I hurt my knee. Like, does anyone find that shit attractive? Because I showing the fuck don't. Hey, GSP, what is up? Nothing much. Like, Ashley, I don't find. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? I don't like to slut shame, fat shame, look shame anybody, but Ashley, the way she talk is the way she act is not like a 38-year-old. Like the way she acts is like a kid. So Travis robbed a bank. He's in prison for 13 years. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Travis is a nice looking guy. Travis, this kind of remind me of that one chick. What was that one chick last season that had like the hair missing up here, and she was dating that one dude from Georgia, and then he ended up they was talking, and he was talking to some other chick, and he ended up getting in prison and moving in with her, and now he's back in prison again because apparently they was like cooking meth at their house, some shit. If y'all remember the name, I forgot the name, but they was on that last season of Love during Lockup, not Love After Lockup. And she was talking to this dude, and she was gonna go visit him, and she had all this stuff packed. I forgot her name. It starts with an S. And then it turned out like, you know, Ashley's on something.
Her brother, the most gorgeous man I've ever seen.
And then Travis don't even look like, I'm sorry, but he don't even look like the type of dude that would fuck with her. Like, am I the only person thinking that? They don't even look like, Travis don't even look, the way he talk and the way he act. A little bit I seen, they don't even look like a good couple. Like, they don't look like they match. It's like Chaz and Branwyn, if y'all remember that. Chaz and Branwyn looked like they was on a total different level. And Travis don't look like, if it was any situation where he was out, he wouldn't give Ashley the time of day. I'm telling you. She don't look anything like his type. I want to see what his ex-girls look like, because I guarantee they sure the hell don't look like Ashley. Because you can tell with some people. And so he made a fun ring for her. She don't even know what it's made out of.
That's really all I want. I don't care about like a 5-carat diamond.
And Ashley, she just looked bloated. I'm not trying to say she fat and ugly, but I'm just saying there's something about her. Like, I don't know what Ashley on. People trying to say she on pills. They're trying to say she a functional alcoholic. Ashley is something, because the way her skin look and the way her face look, and she looked bloated in the face and her skin looked real red. I didn't seen that look before. And then the way that her eyes are like this all the time. Yeah, honey. Yeah, like, girl, what? I'm like, girl, you okay? Ashley, you okay? Girl, you okay? And then she like, I'm a freak. I'm like, girl, you look like you be freaking nothing. Like you be laying in the bed asleep after 5 minutes of some good D. She be out cold.
I mean, it's just everything. Just the fact.
So he finna get out of jail. Now she worried about whether he gonna rob her or whatever. Girl, you should have been worried about this a long time ago. This is not the time to be worried. He finna get out of jail in like 3 days, girl, to come live with her.
But he doesn't know how afraid I am of people finding out that he's an inmate.
And so she's saying that she's afraid of people finding out that he's an inmate. Well, hell, if you can't tell by the tattoos.
You know, that's what other people might think.
Yeah, Ashley look like she on that sauce. Too much sauce.
4 years.
Like the way she look is just, I don't know. There's something off about her. It's just off. And then when she did the interview, she looked one way. And then when they come back interview, do it another way. Her whole demeanor has changed. So it's like the first time she did the interview, she was like, yeah, wow, yeah. Then the second time she did the interview, like her whole personality has changed. Like, I'm like, girl, what you? Ashley she acts like she owns something. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. She weird.
I'm not doing this. I'm gonna get out the car, punch in the face.
Oh, Gabby, Like I said, that just is weird. Okay, we're going to Zanesville, Ohio, and we're going on to the next couple. And Nathan and Skylar. Nathan is 30, Skylar is 27. Skylar is the one that's in prison. She is in prison. And Nathan is 30, and it's 3 days until Skylar gets out of prison. And Nathan is shopping with his aunt. Nathan is a tree trimmer, and Nathan can get it, y'all. Nathan can get it all day, baby. Nathan is sexy to me. Nathan can get it. You hear me? Nathan is sexy. He is my type of dude. He's like definitely my type. Like I like it. I have to show y'all a picture of what my man looks like. Y'all be like, is that your man? Him and Skylar been dating for almost a year. She's in prison for drugs, possession of illegal controlled substance. Skylar was dating one of Nathan's friends, and he passed away. And actually, Skylar was with, if you watch According to Amber, which you should, Skylar, she had 2 dudes that she was with that died of overdose, and people are like, and there were some people going online talking about Skylar, saying that she deserved to be in jail, and all this drama got started even before the show started about Skylar and Nathan. And there are people writing all kinds of things about them online because apparently they hung out with a whole group of people that robbed, steal, sold drugs, did drugs. Apparently they hung out in this small city. Apparently they was like the wrecking crew of the city. Like they was all on drugs. They was all doing things. And in the fact that she was dating one of his friends and he passed away and he reached out to her in prison and they started dating, it leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Like, because if I had a friend and then she was dating this dude and then they died, I don't know if I'd be like so quick to up the jump and date her. And then Nathan just got out of prison not too long ago. So, and I'm sure that both of them are recovering addicts. So I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know how this relationship is going to work. And then Skylar, she kind of give me Lindsay vibes. Like the way she talked to him is kind of like, I don't know. The things that like I said, I'm not trying to, what I've read, a little bit that I read, I haven't read a lot, but a little bit that I read, because I try not to ruin the season and get a feeling about people before and judge them. But what people are saying about Skylar and Nathan is not cute. And I can't believe that they would allow Skylar to even be on the show, considering the rumors swirling around her and the dudes that she lost, and stuff like that. So now we're on a commercial break. We're 20 minutes and 23 seconds into this episode of Love After Lockup, Season 7, episode The Jeweler and the Thief. So we're talking about Skylar and Nathan, and I just found it weird that they're even on the show. So I just, all the stuff I read about Skylar, like I said, is not a lot, but some of the stuff is very scandalous. You have to go out there and read, watch some of these videos, but it's scandalous. Like wetv and Discovery, some of these people they let on these shows, I mean, obviously they know their background for the most part, like their criminal history, their criminal background. But Skylar is like, from what I've learned, I think she's still in some criminal hot water. Like she's still under investigation because of the way one of her exes in particularly died. But then again, when you're hanging around, I told people I can't really be too mad at Skylar and blame her or saying that she had anything to do with the reason why her exes, both of them died, because they died of drug overdoses. So when you're hanging around a bunch of drug heads, I know people that hung around that type of crowd and they didn't have 4 or 5 friends, 5, 6 friends die of drug overdoses. So it's not uncommon that if you hang around drug addicts, then some of them are going to OD. So the idea that people are trying to make like she's some kind of Black Widow or something, she hanging around drug addicts. Like they OD all the time. I mean, it happens. It's sad, but it's true. But it seems like some of the people who are related to her exes want to kind of like blame her for it when they know that their family member or friend or whoever was a whole meth head and a heroin addict. So it's like, how mad can you really get? You can throw suspicious, you can, and all that, but how mad you gonna get when your brother or a friend or cousin or whoever was a whole heroin addict and they was a damn dope fiend. I mean, what are you expecting? So she's telling him, make sure you bring my makeup, my purse, my wallet when you come pick me up. And Nathan has had his mom die at an early age, and that's when he started to get in trouble, like in his early teens. So I don't know what kind of relationship he has with his family or with his dad take care of him. I don't know, but it's kind of sad. And Nathan just seems like a good dude so far, but he seems like he's kind of needy because he was like, tell me you love me, tell me you love me. And Nathan seems like a sweetheart. Like he seems like a sweet guy, like so far. Just the first episode. But from my attention, the vibe that I get from him is he's gone through a lot. But he seems kind of sensitive, like he wants somebody to really love him. And I don't know if Skylar gonna be that person. She just seems like he was in jail for a year, and he only got out a couple months ago. So, like I said, two formerly incarcerated people who apparently have addiction issues, who hung around the same crews and the same people. They're both trying to change their life. To me, that's just a recipe for disaster. I'm sorry. I'm a realist. That's just, it seems like, Nathan needs somebody who's stable, who's going to love him, And he just seems like he needs somebody stable that's going to love him and that's going to be with him. That's a good influence. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, it's going to be real tricky. There's a lot that rides on it. Yeah, it's a lot that's riding on it. There was a time when she was in a halfway house and I was in a halfway house. And they both was in a halfway house. Yeah, I read about this online too. And then she ended up going back to jail because she was in a halfway house fucking up and doing shit that she wasn't supposed to be doing. Apparently, she was in a halfway house doing drugs. And he was talking about, I don't want to talk about that. There's good things in store. And these people just be weird to me, yo. They weird sauce. They just be like, everything's gonna work out and everything's gonna be great. And I'm like, how delusional how can all these people be this delusional? I'm just like, in all of my youth, but these are grown people in their 30s and 40s. So anyway, we're on to Monique and Derek. Monique, she's been talking to Derek Derek's been locked up for almost 9 years. And he's been talking to Monique for about 2.5 years.
Before I met Derek, I've never spent more than 2 days in a row with a man. I've always been the type okay, get up, it's time for you to leave. She said before Derek, what you mean, GSP says Skylar seems disconnected from reality. Skylar seems like, I don't know, like I said, she's giving me Lindsay vibes. She just seems like one of these people that are really out for herself. But I don't know. I can't really say too much. We ain't just in one episode. But the vibe she gives off is kind of like, yeah, I like this dude. But, I don't know. We'll see. We might have it all wrong. But Skylar just seems like the type that she would get out and want to be, she giving a Brandwin tea. She giving kind of a Brandwin, a Lindsay tea to me. She gonna get out. She gonna eventually start doing some shit that she was, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna turn my life around. Because I tell people, the rate of reincarceration for people who get out of jail is so high within the first 6 months to a year. It is 70% of people that get out, and 60 to 70% get out of jail within 6 to 12 months, they back in trouble again. So if you can survive the first year, your first 6 months is good, first year, you have, the longer you stay out of jail, the more chance you have of not going back. But that first 6 months to a year is so touchy. It's so touch and go because people get freedom, and then the longer you've been locked up, the more chance that you're going to go back. So with Monique and Derek's been locked up for 9 years. That is a long time. I mean, shit has changed. You think how much has changed our society in 9 years? He was in there for drug possession. He was 19 years old when he got locked up. And now he's 29. And then what be tripping out is just that these people talking about getting married and all this other stuff. Monique has never really had a relationship. Derek was 19 when he got locked up. He's been locked up for 9 years. He's never really had a relationship. So you're getting two people that have never had a relationship talking about, we've been talking for 2 years and you're going to get out and we're going to be together. Come on, now that's crazy. And so Monique is the one that I feel like she's catfished him. She has sent pictures of herself, like the neck up, the face, and then it looked like she didn't use some hella filters. So the pictures that they're showing right now is the pictures. If those are the pictures she sent Derek, because anybody can have big boobs, and she's pictures of her butt, her breast, and her private area. Now, you can be skinny and have big boobs. You can have a nice wide ass and have a thin waist. I have a friend that is like this big in the waist, but she has an hourglass figure. Her hips and her ass is nice. Her breasts are nice. And shout out, girl. Shout out you, Erica, if you're watching this. Shout out, girl. But her waist is so beautiful. Like, to me, she has the most beautiful shape. So she's not sending Derek full body pics. She's sending him, the boobs is pushed up like this, and you like this, and the face is right here, and then she's using a filter to make your face look like they have all kind of, like we were saying on Gio's show today. If you don't watch Gio Malik, you need to. But we were having this little discussion on Gio's show that unless you show a full body pic, they have so many apps and so many filters and so many things that can change the whole look of your face, your eye shape, your eye color, your hair, your makeup. You make your face skinny, all of it. So unless you get a full body pic of somebody, and men do it too, and this is not just women. Let me tell you something. On dating apps, men use filters too to smooth out their skin, to smooth out their wrinkles, to make them look younger. So I'm tired of women getting a bad rep, like all women using filters. Honey, men use filters too, and to make themselves look thinner and younger. So it's not just women. So Derek, her man Derek, he's really into fitness. He's in the gym. He getting swole. He lifting weights. And then she's telling him, yeah, I'm going to work out. I'm getting fit, blah, 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 blah. But she's not. She's right now, she at the club with her friends and her sister drinking. And they're also saying that she's dated older men, Yeah, Monique is disguising herself. She is. She's not being who she really is. And Monique seems kind of short, so it's hard. It's tough being a big girl when you're short. I'm a big old tall girl. So when I was big, when I was like over 300 something pounds, I mean it was obvious, but I'm tall. I'm like 5'10". So it looks different when you're short. Your body composition is different than somebody taller. And then yeah, she's disguising herself. I know what you mean, GSP girl. I know. And then she's like, what if you don't? She says she's trying to be positive. But she had 2.5 years to get into shape. She knew this man is into fitness. He's trying to help her diet and exercise. She's lying to him. So not only has she lied to him about what she looked like, but then she's also saying that she's working out and doing these things. So she's lying not once, but twice. And then in 2.5 years, she couldn't go visit him from prison. Like, he should have known, Derek should have known something was going on with that, because she couldn't come visit him. Yeah, he's a small guy, they were saying. And her friends are trying to be, polite about it. But the pictures that she's sending, I'm looking at these pictures. These pictures don't look nothing like her. These pictures here, her face is like this. They don't look nothing like her. Like, these pictures are old pictures. Like, she said that she's sending selfies of this neck up. He doesn't really know. And then people are like, well, you're supposed to be in love with what the person's personality is. But nobody likes to be lied to. It's 2022 going on 2023. Nobody should be catfishing anybody in this day and age. And people still are out here doing this shit. People are still on dating apps doing this shit. Nobody should be doing it. I know this for a fact. I had a friend of mine got catfished recently. This dude sent pictures, and then when she met him, it looked like I'm like, damn, what'd he do? He aged 20 years? It didn't even look anything like him. It looked like he sent a picture of his nephew or his cousin or something. Because I'm telling you, I had to show y'all the pictures. These two pictures, you'd be like, that's not the same person. That's not even the same skin color, sir. Talking about it's the lighting. It's the lighting. Boy, if you don't get your ass out of here with that. Oh, it's the lighting. These pictures were not the same person. I don't know whose picture he was using on a dating app, but it was not the same guy. And then she showed him another picture, and I was like, that's not the same person. Talking about, well, this was me before the pandemic. I said, what the hell he happened? He's not even the same skin color, not the same face shape, nothing. I don't know who that picture. I don't know. It looked like somebody that could be related to him, but it was definitely not him. And that was what happened to my friend. Real talk, she got catfish. So it does happen, but I don't like. Nobody likes a liar. So yes, you can have the most bomb personality, but then again, they're conversing through telephone calls and letters. But so it's not like he's really getting to really know the real her. But but it's like personality does matter. But then when somebody's lying to you about but attraction has to be important as well. So. And Derek seems like he's really serious about his workout. And he has a high sex drive, and he's a very sexual person. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then she just kind of seems like, oh, okay. You had 2.5 years to get it together, sister. I don't have no sympathy for her. Yeah, Fabulous Me says, I don't understand the filters. At some point, the truth comes out. I do have to update my 2-year-old thumbnail photo, but the idea is there. Yeah, I agree. Thumbnail photos is one thing. When you're dating somebody or talking to somebody, you're on a dating app, Prison Pal, whatever it is, and you're sending photos of you from 3, 4, 5 years ago, and they're filtered to hell, they're photoshopped, the face looks totally different, the eye shape is okay, then that's when you're doing too much. I mean, then that's to the point where you're purposefully misleading someone. And with Monique and Derek, I think she's purposefully lying by line of omission. She's not showing this man what she really looked like, and that's just crazy. Yeah, nobody likes a liar. Nobody likes a liar. That's just period. Because once they start lying to you about what they look like and all this stuff, then you start looking at them like, okay, so what else have you lied about? It's like, what else are you deceiving me? Or do I have to? Is this how the relationship's going to go? Where I'm going to find out the truth, you're going to hide things, and then I'll find out things later on. You have to start out a relationship on truth. And like I said, attraction is a big thing. I'm not into big dudes. I'm just not. I'm not into short dudes. I'm not into big dudes. Nothing against big boys out there, but that's just not me. I'm not into that. That's not what I'm attracted to. So if some dude would lie to me about his height or how big he is and was ashamed of that, look, I tell people this all the time. We all not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. You not for everybody. We are not for everybody. If somebody look at me and be like, that's enough for me, I'm not attracted to you. Okay, they lost, move on. You find somebody who is attracted to you. But you don't go in a situation where you just lie to people. Like that's not cool. You just gonna end up getting your heart broken and wasting your time and their time in the end. And that's what's always happened. I've been catfished once, but that was a long time ago, before all of this stuff. So now we get on to Gabby and Chris. Gabby has picked up Chris's mom and Chris's sister. When they finna go to the jail to go pick Chris up. And I guess they're meeting him at a bus stop somewhere. I guess I don't know how they jail do it, but apparently they're not picking him up from jail. I guess he's taking a bus somewhere, and it takes them like 3 hours to get there. And this is like the third time they went to go pick him up, and something has happened where other charges have come through, and then he got delayed. I don't know. Oh my God. According to Amber is here. Speaking of the devil, I said, ooh, y'all. I said, according to Amber is the bomb, y'all. I said, y'all have to watch. She the only gossip channel that I watch is according to Amber. She is the best channel on here for gossip. And I got to watch the one about Chris. Now, this Chris, there's something, I'm going to tell y'all, I may not be popular in saying this. There is something about Chris's mom and sister I don't like. Now, I like sometimes there's no good guys and there's no bad guys in this story, but I'm finna tell you right now, there's something about Chris's mom, Chris's sister, and Gabby. There's something about all three of these people that I do not like, and I don't know what it is. I didn't like the sister and the mom from last season, and I don't like Gabby, so I ain't rooting for nobody in this damn car. I'm team. I'm team. I don't give a F. Okay, because I don't like now one of these. All these women give me a bad vibe. Gabby and her stank ass attitude, the mom and the sister. To me, this is a power dynamic going horribly wrong. This is just very strong-willed women that they all kissing their ass, all kissing the ass of some incarcerated dude. You know, that's how I feel. You know, I have to say the sister mother were not going to get up. Yeah. According to Aaron said, right, they all have shitty, like all of them have attitude problems. Gabby didn't spend up all of Chris's money on plastic surgery and whatever. Gabby, who raised you? Gabby know I don't like her. I used to talk shit about her when she was on Love After Lockup. I said Gabby ain't got no home training. I'm gonna say what I said, and I'm gonna stick to it. Gabby ain't got no home training. Now, what happened to her? The domestic violence thing, I don't agree with that at all. I don't think she deserved that. Nobody deserves that. I don't care what she said. But all of these people have a bad attitude. These are no heroes and no villains in this situation. And sometimes it's just like that. The mom, she all right. The sister, she okay. Gabby, but all these people have shitty attitudes, and I don't like it. I ain't trying to hear none of them. And the fact that Gabby wants to get married to Chris, and then they was clowning Chris on Twitter, y'all. They was clowning him. They had to show this picture, and he was looking. I was just like, okay, girl. She's like, oh, Chris, I'm so in love. I'm like, girl, why? What are we in love with? What is happening? We gonna have a baby. I said, girl, no, girl, no. That man, no. But yeah, I don't like none of these people. Okay, now we're going to this sexy ass Nathan. Look, I don't care what y'all say. Nathan and his other little sexy friend. I don't know what it's Jake, sexy Jake friend. Nathan got cute little sexy friend named Jake. Hey, and Nathan is cute to me. Nathan is thirst trapping me, y'all. I'm caught in a trap. I can't hold out because I'm like the Elvis. I'm caught in a thirst trap, y'all. Like Nathan just got a bitch caught up, just is shook. So Skylar calls. She calls a lot. Like I don't know, it's just the editing. But I was like, girl, you ain't got nothing else better to do in jail. You ain't got no art to do. You ain't got no working out. You ain't got no cleaning. You ain't cleaning your bunk. Where's your bunk made at? Because she seems like she calls a lot. Oh, she mad that he's at a bar. She said they're scary people. It's in a bad part of town. She reading them for filth, y'all. She said, you think it's smart for being around? No, I agree with Skylar. I don't think he should have been in that bar. I mean, he could have went to a different bar. He didn't have to go to that place. She said, yeah, drug addicts hang around there. She's saying you don't need to be around those types of people. I agree with you, Skylar. High five, sister. I agree. You want to play pool? They could have went somewhere else. You don't go to the same place where all the fucking cluckers hang out. Like, hell no. Like, I'm telling you, hell no. Like that, I don't agree with that. I mean, yeah, he's just hanging out. He ain't doing nothing bad. But I'm like, why would you go to a place we used to hang out at? And again, this is coming from somebody. I'm not a addict, but I didn't hung around addicts, right? I have friends who have addiction issues. And no, you don't go hang around the same places that you used to hang out with when you used to be an addict. Like that gets you fucked up, okay? In the game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so Nathan's talking about there's rumors. She said, Skylar said she ain't got nothing to hide. According to Amber, y'all watch that video about Skylar and Nathan. Now it makes more sense. I think people, when it comes to a person dying, overdosing on like an addiction issue, people ODing, I think a lot of times people just want to blame somebody, you know what I'm saying, because they feel hurt and shame about their loved one dying. But I didn't know people who died. I had people in my family OD, you know what I'm saying, and people want to blame their wife or their husband or whatever, and I was just like, come on now, ain't nobody put that fentanyl in their hand and they OD. And that's what happened. That happened to one of my relatives. They OD'd on fentanyl. Yeah, I think they can definitely bring each other down. Like Fabulous Me said, I think they can bring each other down if they don't be careful. Yeah, I've seen it before. I've seen it before. I've seen it. Yeah, according to AmberIsTheBomb.com, that's my girl. Like I used to get in all kinds of trouble according to Amber, because I would go online and I would talk to these dudes that been on the show, and then they really thought I was really trying to talk to them, but really I was just getting dirt for Amber. Oh God, y'all stop it. I really was just getting dirt for Amber. I was like, hey boo, how you doing? I was just getting dirt. I mean, I don't do that no more, but that's what I used to do. And Nathan, it just, yeah, relapsing is, he said it's something that's definitely on my, I feel so bad for Nathan. He is so cute though. Ooh. And he wants to try to help her, but honey, you can't dig yourself out of a hole and then help dig another person out of the hole too. That's why they tell you whenever you go to drug rehab or whenever you go to any kind of rehab situation, whether it be for sex addiction, drugs, alcohol, eating disorders, anytime you go to any kind of rehab situation, they tell people do not have relationships, because relationships was like the number one reason to ruin your sobriety. Because having a relationship will put your mind and your mental state in such a bad place that you will backslide and realize that you need some sort of substance to help you cope. So that's why having a relationship and being an addict, if you haven't dealt with your addiction issues, you'll fall in right in with another addict. I mean, that's just it is.
We've never had sex.
Yeah, they both gonna mess up.
Definitely time for me to stop feeling like a married woman.
The girl from New Jersey is nasty. So yeah, I feel bad for Nathan. He seems like a good dude. He seems like a sweetheart, but Nathan, Nathan can slide my DMs anytime. Anytime you want to slide on it, Nathan. I look, Nathan, I've never been on no drugs. I barely drink. Like I'm on a keto diet. Like I barely even eat sugar, boo. I am so sober. It is beyond sober. Like my idea of going out and partying is like maybe going to a birthday party and doing a 2-step at a club with some of my homegirls. I drink every now and then, but I don't smoke. I ain't never been in jail. I ain't got no criminal record. Nathan, call me. Call me. Like, let's get it popping. I'm in Texas though. You in Ohio, but that's okay. I got family in Ohio. Get it popping. So Monique is saying she's talking to, I think this is her cousin, and they're going to a weight loss place. And she's saying that she really wants to lose weight. And like I said, I'm gonna do a whole video about my weight loss journey. I have had weight loss surgery. I have a lap band. That's my weight loss surgery. I have a lap band. I haven't had anything invasive, too invasive. I used to be over 300 pounds. I at one time, because I gained so much weight that I was infertile, and they told me that I couldn't have children. I have 2 kids. I lost a whole bunch of weight and I've kept it off. I've had back surgery. I still had to keep the weight off. I've done the best that I can with my back surgery. It's kind of a bummer. I had to go to a weight loss center. I had to sit with a psychologist, a nutritionist. I had to get my blood pressure, my diabetes under control. I also was on a CPAP machine because I had breathing issues because I was so big. And so I understand the whole journey of the weight loss journey. I'm gonna do a whole video about what happened to me. And like I said, I had to have surgery to have my skin removed. I got a flat stomach and all that. So it's a journey. And Cornell said, you better watch out though. He might steal the keys to the car. Yeah, he stole that one lady's car. He was at the jewelry store talking about, didn't I steal your mama's car? I said, oh, Lord have mercy. I said, how embarrassing. As you out somewhere going, didn't I steal your mama's car? That's okay, Nathan. I got 3 cars. You can take one for a spin. Just make sure you bring the bitch back. So she's gonna call Derek on the phone, Monique, and she's meeting with a first nutritionist. And so she's looking into weight loss surgery. And if you watch any of these TLC weight loss, you have to lose a certain amount of weight first before they even consider doing weight loss surgery. And I had to do that too. I had to prove that I could stick to an eating plan, because weight loss surgery is not the end of your journey. It is really just the beginning. because there's so many people that weight loss surgery that end up gaining all the way back, and it's just tragic. It's a waste of your money and your time for you not to work on your eating habits and your emotional eating habits. And apparently Monique had a baby and she lost a baby, and that's the reason she spiraled into a depression, and she gained over 150 pounds. And that's sad. It's sad to lose a child. I've lost a child, so it's sad. But that wasn't me. I lost a child. I was fat, before that. I was fat. My weight loss, my weight gain wasn't depression. It was just comfortability. It's just I like donuts and tacos, and I like bad food. But I don't know if she's dealt with her emotional issues though. It doesn't seem like. And I want Monique. Monique started talking to Derek after she lost her baby, so he kind of comforted her. And I have bad feelings about that. I don't. Let me tell you, when I lost my husband, I was looking for comfort in all the wrong places. Okay, that's all I can say. When you're heartbroken and you experience a loss, especially when it comes to a child or spouse or parent, you want comfort from anybody, and then, your family and friends can only do us so much, but they have their own lives to live as well. And it just seems to me when she was talking to Derek, she had like somebody who's more available. He's sitting in jail, y'all. What the hell else he gonna do? So I think she had somebody that really can listen to her and comfort her and spend a lot of time, writing her and messaging her and all that. So, sorry, it's BTS, y'all. I'm sorry. BTS be getting me, girl, be getting me. And so, yeah, the nutritionist telling her that she needs support. You do need a support system. It's hard. I lost the weight really by myself, but I'm the anomaly. And he was talking about Monique so Derek is telling the nutritionist Monique likes to drink. And alcohol is not good when you're losing weight. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much Monique is drinking, but them damn cocktails be like 500 calories per cocktail. So, I drink, but I'll be careful. I don't drink cocktails though. Like I do a rum and Diet Coke or something like that if I'm gonna drink. I can't do all them fruity drinks. The fruity drinks be like 500-600 calories, and alcohol stimulates appetite. Alcohol makes me hungry. I feel like everything will be fine. She's okay, Monique delusional. She feel like if her and Derek meet, everything will be fine. But honey, I don't think Derek knows how big she didn't got it. And so Gabby is mad because Chris called her and was like, "Have you guys not left yet?" But they want to sit there and eat breakfast. Why in the fuck they want to sit here and eat breakfast? I don't even understand the logic. Oh Lord, so they gonna have a confrontation. I don't even understand that. Like it's like he's waiting for them, and then they were like, "Well, she can drive faster," and blah blah blah. Like, are you kidding me? My son is finna get out of jail. I haven't seen him in years. I would be the first person there waiting for him. I'd be so eager for him to. I wouldn't be sitting there like, "Oh, let me eat breakfast, girl. Ooh, what's that toast over there? I got some bacon and some eggs. Okay, yeah. What, girl? What?" I'm like, "What are you doing?"
She's tall, she's funny, she's smart, and she lets me know I'm wanted. I hope she likes it. It's like
so back to Nathan. He's getting everything. Skylar got one day to get out.
That'll be worth it. A good woman's love is worth cultivating.
He said a good woman's love is worth cultivating. Child, what?
Memorized. You're the love of my life. You're the stars of my sky.
And then they've only been dating less than a year, and he's like, "You're the love of my life." What the hell? Girl, let me get the hand sanitizer out. You the love of my life. What? Less than a year? Yeah, all them sugar cocktails. Yeah, girl, the sugary cocktails people don't know. When they be getting them margaritas and all that shit, I be looking at the calorie content like, no, I'm gonna skip that. No, I'm gonna skip that. I can't drink tequila anyway. But all them sugary cocktails, they taste good. Trust me. But no. Gabby is evil. Oh, GSP, you got me over here. Girl, I need somebody to hold me. Hold me. Comfort me. Hold me. I need to hold my pillow. She talking about Gabby is evil. Oh, girl, what? Girl, I need to hold my pillow. I need a cuddle with my pillow. How about Gabby is evil? I don't think Gabby is evil. I think Gabby got some issues and she ain't got no home training. I think Gabby just, I don't know. We saw her mama that one season, but I need to smack Gabby's mama. Just, bitch, you know, just for raising a dumbass. I couldn't have a daughter that act like that. Like, Gabby was rude and disrespectful to her own mom. I'm like, how you raise your kid? My kid ain't finna sit up here and talk shit to me. Like, Gabby was like, Mom, I looked at my kid like, who are you talking? Out here, the hell up. Go sit your ass. You better sit your ass down somewhere and calm down. So Nathan's talking to Skylar, and he seems very needy. He's like I said, I don't know how much this is a setup for the show. Who knows? But like I said, she calling and he finna go buy her a ring. Okay, he finna spend his little 25. He's a tree trimmer. He gonna spend $2,500 to get her a ring. And the ring, it look alright. You know, it's alright. Y'all, I'm gonna go to the jewelry store and buy myself my own ring. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna be married to myself. I'm married to the game. I'm in love with the struggle. I'm on some thug shit, y'all. People like, Keisha, what you got a ring for? I'm married to myself. I'm in love with me. That's the only way. I don't have my wedding ring anymore. It's a long, tragic story of why I don't have a wedding ring. But I don't have my husband's wedding ring. I do have a ring. I do have a ring on my finger, but it has my kids' names on it. So he's bought her a ring, and it's a cute little rose. I like the rose. The rose is a nice touch. And he's gonna present it to her with the rose. Nice. What you laughing at, GSB? I am. I'm in love with me. I'm in love with the struggle. He talking about she gonna spend all my money anyway. I just want to know where they be finding these men at. Cause again, like I don't know any man who's like, oh girl, I know you finna spend my money. I need to get on my phone. I need to be like, y'all. I need to find. I'm like Alexa. Find me a man. Wait, hold on. She talking about. According to Amber, video just popped up. It said Gabby spent over $30,000 on cosmetic surgery. She did. She spent. Find me a man. Google Assistant. Find me a man that will give me some money and hit these draws. She's still searching. Anyway, I'm gonna try later. But I'm gonna try later, y'all. I'm gonna get the Google Assistant on it. I'm gonna get Alexa on it. I'm getting everybody on it. Like, find me a man that gonna be like, "Ooh, girl, I know you're gonna spend my money." I'll be like, "Really? Okay, Daddy. Hey." So back to Justine and Michael with his keyboard in the back, like he's finna bust out a mixtape in the car. I don't know. Okay, so they're going back to her house. And he's saying that he has to do some manscaping. He has to shave his nether regions. And, you know, Michael has to. And then they was clowning on Michael's yellow teeth yesterday. They talking about his teeth was yellow. I was like, y'all do know when they're in prison, they don't get really no dental care at all. So the fact that Michael even has all of his teeth is like, woo, 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 woo. Like the fact that he has his teeth is positive. Like, you know. Oh, hi, fabulous. Me, you back. Hey, welcome back. The fact that his teeth is yellow, but the fact that Michael has his teeth is a positive. And I like the fact that Michael is a father. I like the look on his face when he talks to his children. And you can tell that he loves his kids. Now there is something scandalous. He was with somebody for 13 years, and he cheated on her with another girl. And that's how he got 4 kids. So he has 3 kids by the 13, when he's with 13 years, and then 1 kid by another chick that he cheated. So he had 2 kids. He has 2 kids that are like around the same age at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure it's a bunch of drama. But do I think Michael can be faithful? No, I don't. I don't think Michael can. He's a nice looking man. He's on a TV show, and I'm hopefully Michael don't go back to prison. I know he loves his children, but I just can't see him if he's never been faithful. He wasn't faithful to not one of the other broads. I'm just not convinced that he's going to be faithful to Justine either. I'm not convinced. Yeah, and I'm glad that he fell in love with being a father. I'm glad he's a father. Yeah, and that's commendable. Because a lot of dudes ain't. You watch these shows and these dudes that had kids and you won't even know about it until you see a video or read something and be like, oh yeah, they got like 2-3 kids. They got like a 19-year-old somewhere, and you're like, what? Because they act like they don't even have no kids. So at least he loves his children and he wants to be in his kids' life when he was in their lives. So I can say that about Michael. GSP said, prison or not, those teeth were not brushed. Yeah. Thank you, Fabulous Me. She said in a week or two his teeth would be all right. Yes, they don't even have good toothpaste in prison, y'all. You know, all he has to do is go get his teeth whitened. Go get some whitening strips you can buy over the counter. He'd be good, but he has his teeth. Some of these dudes, I ain't saying no names. Chris coming out of prison, they look like they ain't lost about 3, 4, 5 teeth. You know, I mean, I'm just like, so he's coming home and he's amazed about how much space it is, and that's something I've heard from people that've been in prison too for a long time. It's just that they're kind of overwhelmed by the spaciousness of it. That it just feels weird. That they like the closeness and the confinement. You get used to that. Yeah. And so with all the rooms and all the space and all that, it can be overwhelming when people get out of jail. Again, I've never been in jail, so I've just been told. And I can just imagine. You know. And so he's laying on the bed and they, you know.
Oh man, this feels so different. Man, you know, I was sleeping on yoga mat.
He said he was sleeping on a yoga mat. She got him a yoga mat. You know, just in case. Just in case. Throw back. I got you a yoga mat. And then they have pictures of them like everywhere. Like, that's creepy to me. Am I the only person that think that that's weird sauce? That's just creepy. Like, why would I have pictures? Here's a drawing. Here's a blow up picture. Here's another picture. Here's a big, giant, huge picture. Like, I mean, is that just weird to me? Like, I don't walk around my room. I don't have blown up pictures of me and my man. That's just weird. I have pictures of my kids all over my room. But I don't have pictures of me and some dude. Like, I don't have pictures of me and my husband. Like, here's a blow-up picture of here. Like, whole motherfucking life-size posters and shit. I thought they were going to have a cutout stand of them, too. Like, that shit just weird to me, yo. Like, that's weird sauce, man. That's weird. It's weird as fuck. Weird. Like, I know I dated dudes in prison. I didn't have poster-sized pictures of their asses. Wasn't like that. That's just weird. That's weird. It's just weird to me. It's just odd. It's a choice, an odd choice to me. For grown people to be doing. Like, you 20-something years old, this your first relationship, and y'all been together since y'all was in high school, and then, you know, y'all, I can see that. But grown-ass people in their late 30s, 40s got poster-sized pictures of y'all. What the hell? With, like, hearts and flowers and shit? That's some shit I used to do in high school. Like, what is happening? Hi, Dustin. Hey. Welcome, Dustin. Like, these people all these people on these shows be weird to me. Like, am I the only one? That these people just be doing weird shit that I have friends. I've had friends from all different walks of life, all different races. But none of my friends ever did nothing like this. And if they did do something like this, hopefully they wouldn't be this weird about it. Because these folks, they know how to pick them on these shows. These folks be weird. So now we're going to go back to Ashley, which Ashley looked like she just woke up from a hangover on a bender I'm like, girl, what is happening? I can't deal with Ashley. She gonna fall in that pool by accident and be like, hell, the pictures are weird, GSP. They weird. With the bed, the woman of 90 days with the bedspread, the credit card. Yeah, it just be weird. So now we going to Ashley, and she has a dog, and the dog is cute. And Ashley got a nice house in Florida. She got but Ashley, she just. Here's Ashley. Here, wait a minute. Let me get Ashley out here. Hold on. Ashley be like, we hanging out, and I need you to come wash my house. And I'm like, girl, get some coffee. Girl, drink some milk. She needs some milk. I don't know what I want to do with Ashley. Like, she weird. And then here come the neighbor, like, peeking over the fence, like, climbing in your rooftop, snatching your people up. That's him. And then the neighbor, he looked weird. I want to know this Port St. Lucie, Florida. Please let me avoid this neighborhood. If I live in this neighborhood, I'll be trying to move the fuck out. These people look weird. She look weird. He look weird. The dog look weird. Everybody look weird in this situation. Then she got a pool and a hot tub, which she probably don't ever fucking use. She like one of these people that got a pool in their backyard. They don't never use the pool. Never in the pool. Never swimming. Never do nothing. These people look weird. Yeah, the neighbor give me neighborhood creeper vibe. And then she like, well, let me go pour you a drink. But let me get a little bit of it too. Cause let me pour you a drink. Let me pour you a drink. Hold on, motherfucker. Hold on. Let me pour you. I'm like, girl, calm down. This will be a lot for you. So let me pour a little bit. Girl, what is happening? What she like plastic cups the whole time? I actually got glasses. Girl, what are you on? Like, she just weird. And the way she talk makes me want to smack the shit out of her. Like, she talk like a baby. What? In prison before I was down here. And I just want things to be okay. And you just watch my house. I'm like, girl, just like, I'm this close, y'all. The way she talk makes me just want to hit her. And then her man don't know that he doing stuff around the house and he made a pass at her. Why don't you get with the neighbor? Y'all neighbors, y'all hang out all the time anyway. Y'all probably really fucking on the cool. I mean, let's just all be honest. How many people here think her and the neighbor was fucking? I think her and the neighbor are already knocking the boots, Gina. I'm sorry. Or maybe they've done it a few times and he want to take it to another level. And she was just like, nah, you know.
Rather not have animosity or any kind of violence going on, but
Violence?
yeah,
we don't want him going back to prison.
No, we don't want him going back to. Why does she sound like that? We don't want him going back to prison. Oh my God. Travis is just. He's gonna be like, I don't know. Girl, what? What? Drink some fucking coffee. Ashley, put the shit down. It's too much sauce. Too much sauce for me. Too much sauce. I'm done with Ashley. Like, the way she talk is just annoying to me. I'm just like, it's like Brandwin. I'm like, yeah, Dustin's the only moderator in there. Hey, that's the only moderator. Like, the way Ashley talks is like, here, Ashley. He gets out of jail. You watch the dog. I'm like, girl, what is happening? Like, girl, you drunk? You high? You need to call somebody? So back to Gabby and Chris. Chris is 32, look like a whole 65 in the face. I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah, Justin's the only one we need. We Xanax and wine, yes. Ashley on a Xanny. She's on a Xanny and vodka. I'm stronger than that wine. She too much sauce. So Gabby is anxious, and they want to sit here and eat the breakfast buffet at the fucking hotel. This shit pissed me off, y'all. This had me mad. So she's calling the wedding officiant and asking her to be there. Okay.
Philadelphia instead of Harrisburg because they're taking him over there now. Oh wow. Okay.
So she like, we need to hurry up and get there, and it's gonna take 3 hours to get there. And they sitting here eating breakfast. They over here like this. Some eggs, some bacon. Is there some toast? You got the toast? Okay, we'll get some coffee. I've got the coffee. I think so. What? Like what? What are you doing?
You gotta chill with us first. I don't know what you think says.
And she's saying that Chris has to chill with them first, which is true. So she's talking to Chris, telling them that she's trying to leave. He's like, y'all haven't left already? They're like, no, they want to eat. He said, by the time y'all get here, I'll probably have 5 hours left. He's saying, I don't know why y'all haven't left yet.
I tolerated yesterday, but today is a new day.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
To eat when I clearly told them that we have to go, but they're sitting there like two princesses.
They just sitting there like, we're just gonna eat. We're gonna slowly eat. We're just gonna drink some coffee. Oh, would you like some toast? Would you like some butter, some jam on the pray tell, some biscuits? Well, we're not ready right now.
Why are you just being so calm and just eating? Didn't you say we wanted to eat? It's not all about you. We're all
talking about did we eat? They could have grabbed something from the motherfucking hotel buffet. They could have put the shit on a plate, got in the fucking car, and ate while she's driving. Well, don't you say you hungry? Like, am I missing something? Why are you just sitting there like, la la la, pass the bacon, la la la, give me some orange juice, la la la. Yeah.
You really got a big ass attitude. Like that got me pissed off right now. Serious.
Chris, I'm telling you right now.
And she's telling Chris like,
they're over here trying to fight me. They acting crazy.
If I knew she was gonna act like that, that's the other even came.
Like I'm gonna start crying. I don't like man. I could deal with them.
Like I said, the way Gabby handled it, I didn't like it, and the way the mom and the sister did it, I didn't like it. I didn't like either way. These factions of people it gets on my damn nerves. Gabby gets on my motherfucking nerves, and the mom and the sister get on my damn nerves. They sitting there eating like you couldn't have just took a plate with you. I would have been like, can you just take the plate with you? Like, do we have to eat right here right now? You can take food with you.
Why is she calling you? Be packing up now like she bugging.
Oh, hey, AK, what's up? I haven't heard from you in a minute, AK. Ooh. Hi. Hey, Cal, I gotta sing. I'm sick. Hi, I'm sick again. Hey, AK. They telling Gabby to stop being dramatic. And then Chris is like, hadn't y'all left yet? Yeah, Gabby's attitude does stink.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, but you gotta understand that we're not gonna let you get there before us.
They like to do little things and they act stupid and they act like they don't know anything. This is what they always do with me, okay? And
yeah, I think.
I'm problem, and I'm the one who.
Yeah. Chris need to go back to jail. Chris is finna go back to jail anyway, y'all. Spoiler alert: Chris is going back to jail because he was beating Gabby up. Like she got it on video and everything. Like he was putting his hands on her. He beating her up, and I don't agree with that either. And he deserves to go back in jail. They tried to blame Gabby like it was her fault. Yeah, Gabby got a mouth. Yeah, Gabby got an attitude problem. But again, like I said in my last video, if you with somebody that pushes your buttons that much and it's getting to the point where you are physically confrontational, you need to leave that person the hell alone and y'all just move on. Ain't no way I'm going to sit up here and let some dude get in my face and I'm going to stay with that person. I'm not going to let no dude get in my face. I'm not going to let no dude call me out my name. I'm not going to let no dude feel like he going to hit me. And I'm going to stay in that house in that relationship. I'm gone. The moment I feel like it's getting too heated, you're having too much of an argument, and it's too much, then you need to separate, be adult enough and move on. These are grown people. These are not teenagers. These are not 20-year-olds. These are grown people. So that's the end of the episode. But yeah, we're dealing with grown people. And they were trying to blame it on Gabby. And I'm like, yeah, Gabby got a mouth. But Chris should have left. The moment that would have happened, I would have been like, you know what? I can't deal with your attitude. I'm leaving. I don't care where I have to go. He got family. He got friends he can go stay with. They left. They get into it, leave, then get back together. Then they get into it in another heated argument. Then they're throwing things. I saw the videos. I mean, he was beating the shit out of Gabby. I mean, punching her in the face. Like, I mean, grown man, full, pulling her by the hair, punching her in the face. Ain't no excuse for that. If it's that bad, then you don't need to be together. Nobody deserves to be punched on, hit on, slapped. Her eyes, she had to go to the hospital. She had to have surgery on her eye socket. He punched her so hard. Like, I saw the video. I couldn't even watch it. Like, I wouldn't even treat a dog like that, much less a woman. Like, I ain't never been in a situation where I feel like I'm so angry that I feel like I want to hit you, or she's getting in his face. Walk away. All right, Gabby, I'm gone. Mama, the dude be all up in my face and okay, let me get my shit. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm running out the house screaming. They be like, where's she going? I'm gone. I'm out. But the idea that some people that his family wanted to blame her, and I'm like, okay, but he stayed with that though. He went back numerous times with Gabby and went back to her. And I'm just like, you want to go back to her for what? It's a toxic relationship. It's a violent, toxic relationship. I'm not going to support any grown-ass man punching a woman in the face, punching her in her face over and over and over again, y'all. I saw the video. It's horrific. I'm just like, and thank God she got it on video, because God knows, what would have been said or excuses would have been made, about it would have been her word against his, and then, God knows what would have happened. But from what I seen in the videos, there was no excuse for that. They was into arguments. They should have just left and separated. I don't understand. I'm keep going back to a relationship with somebody I'm not getting along with. I can't comprehend that. I'm the type of person, I have one argument with you, I'm ready to break up with your ass. I'm like, well, I have arguments with my man all the time. I'll be like, I'm breaking up. Everybody, people who really, really know me in this chat know damn well that I'll be like, I'm breaking up, I'm gone. And it don't even be that serious. Just because I don't like fighting, I don't like arguing. But I only had one dude ever get in my face, and we not together. It ended that day. It ended. I would live on the streets in my car before I let a dude put his hands on me. I'll be in the streets. I'll find some place to go. I'll go stay in my car. If I ain't got to start, I'll sleep on the streets first. I'll take me and my kids. We be on the streets before I let a dude take any kind of swing at me or throw something at me, punch a hole in the wall. No, I don't play that. I'll leave first. And if Chris was that bad with Gabby, you leave. You leave. You don't stay and argue with I tell my kids that all the time. I don't have time to be arguing with nobody. Well, okay. All I can say is, okay, I'm gone. Okay. I'm leaving. I don't have time to sit up there and argue with nobody. Had the cops called on you and all that. No, I just, I've never, I don't play that. Like, I'm not finna go back and forth and I never had to call no cops on no dude. I ain't never nobody had to call the cops on me. I'll leave first. I'm like, you ain't got to say a word. I'm out. Pack my shit and go. Yeah. Oh, AK, you had double lung surgery. Haven't been discharged yet, but be out next week. Okay, so you did have your surgery, AK. I hope you get to feeling better. Girl, I said, where the hell is AK at? But I'm glad that you, I hope you have a really speedy recovery. We out here just doing our thing. I'm so glad that you came and visited me, AK, and graced your presence and your auras here, on my channel. I really do appreciate it. And I do hope you get better and everything gets better for you, and just a speedy recovery back to normal. Oh my God. And everything. And AK, I really appreciate you even spending the time to come. Like y'all gonna make me tear up. See, that's why I hate getting on YouTube. Every time I call on YouTube, I'll be up here crying and shit. Y'all need to stop it. Stop it, YouTube people. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all be having me up here emotional. I do be getting emotional because, like, to me, my life is so, mundane and insignificant. And then when people who really be going through some shit, be hitting me up or saying things or be coming by and be like, hey, I'm saying hey, and I'm going through this, I just be so flattered. I just be like, wow, okay, like little insignificant me. I think I'm like down here in a peon of insignificance that people would actually think about me. Like I always have a problem with that, and I get emotional, because like in my real life, I just, I'm just mom. I'm just me. I'm just mom. I'm always taking care of other people and checking out for other people. And so when people think about me, I get really, real choked up and touched by that because, like I said, I'm used to just me having to take care of everybody and think about everybody and do everything for everybody. Make sure everybody, you good, you good, you good, you good. And then, and so when somebody drops in, and shouts out to me or shows me some love or something, I'm really touched and heartfelt, and I get all emotional, especially during this time of year. This time of year is hard for me anyway. It's hard for a lot of people mentally when you've lost people. When you're going through things, it's hard. So I would say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I go to a great Kwanzaa event on Monday. Me and my kids are going to Kwanzaa. We're going to post videos. If y'all not seen my birthday video, well, it's not my birthday, my friend's birthday. I did a video at my friend's birthday party. Watch that. And I just appreciate everybody here. And like I said, it's so close to Christmas. And I just hopefully AK will, hope she gonna make a speedy recovery, gonna get past the holidays into the New Year's, and everything gonna be better, on the bigger and better things for 2023, y'all. That's my goal, to be on the bigger and better things, and y'all stop getting in YouTube making me cry. I'm already stuffed up. Like I already got a sinus infection, and y'all make me cry, and I really be here just snot running down my nose, y'all don't want to see that. Y'all know y'all don't want to. Y'all don't want to see that. Y'all want to see me snotting. Yeah, we fam out here. Yeah, we definitely are. I appreciate all my YouTube family. I don't have a lot of a family. I don't have, I have my kids. I have my mom. I have my cousins. Barely. And then I have a few friends. I have a small social circle, social group of people I let into my real life because, I've been hurt a lot by people. And then on top of that, I'm an introvert and I'm socially weird. And so I just, I stay in my own lane, and then I'm so busy all the time. Like I work too much. I have 2 businesses to run. I try to do the YouTube thing. And this is like my only real outlet where I actually get to talk to people other than my kids and my mama. and then of course, my sometime part-time man. That's a long story. I hope he ain't watching this video. But my man, and when we're not having healthy debates and arguments, and when we are getting along, it's good. It's good now. We're getting along. And my sister-in-law, who's like my sister from another mother, and then my friend Erica, who had a birthday. So like I said, my social circle is very small. I don't have a lot of people. And speaking of surgery, my friend who had a birthday party that I did video for, she's about to have surgery. She is trying to fight off cancer. She has a growth and polyps and stuff that they're going to remove. And so I'll be thinking about AK. I'll be thinking about my friend Erica. I'll be thinking about Dustin. I'll be thinking about all the rest of y'all, out here, just trying to make it in this world. Like I said, it's very touching to me. I'm getting all choked up now. Y'all choked up. And like I said, I'm going to do a video. My next video is going to be about my weight loss journey, and we're going to talk about Monique and all that situation. I wanted to do a whole video about that because that's a whole video about weight loss and my journey and Monique and what she's trying to do and what may be headed for the season. I can't wait till Derek gets out of jail. But I'll talk about my weight loss journey and the psychology behind it all, and things that people don't really talk about is dealing with the social side of losing weight, and being a woman is different than a man losing weight. I've noticed, I've known men who've had a weight loss journey, and I know women that have weight. This is different for women. It's just different for us on a lot of levels. And so I'll be doing that video. I'll probably do it tomorrow, and I'll, take y'all on a trip about what has happened to me over the past 10 years things that I've seen and observed, things that have been positive, things have been negative. People think you lose the weight, everything, or your life is just so wonderful and everything just falls into place, and it doesn't. It's actually harder. It was harder for me to date when I lost the weight. It was actually easier when I was a bigger girl. Believe it or not, that's weird, but it's the truth. Yeah, the whole psychology behind that alone is shout out to Dick Grimes. Shout out to Dick Grimes. I know, right? He pretends he doesn't watch my YouTube channel, but I think on the low he does though. So yeah, shout out to Dick Grimes, my boyfriend. That's his nickname, Dick Grimes, because he looks like Rick Grimes. He looks like Andrew Lincoln from Walking Dead. That's anyway. But yeah, the whole psychology behind weight loss and how it socially affects you and how people see you or people make assumptions about you. It's weird. It's weird sauce, man. It's weird. It's weird. I can tell you one thing, that my personality has not changed from me being a big girl. I'm still nerdy, shy, and introverted. I feel like an outcast a lot of times, like I don't fit in. I'm an introverted person. I'm not a social person, but I just think that the more attractive you are, and there's that people, I've had men in particular tell me that I'm not what they expected, because they expect me to be this big gregarious introverted person. On camera I am, when I'm talking to you guys I am, but when it comes to in person, like if I'm in a social situation like a party or a group of people, I'm the shy one and I'm the wallflower in the corner. I'm socially inept and socially dumb. So it just seems like when I was a big girl, that was more acceptable. But once I lost all the weight, especially when I have my makeup on and my hair on, and like people expect me to be some type of mean girl or something. It's weird. Like people expect me to be this like head up and confident and outgoing, and like there's a whole expectation about being pretty. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn and say I don't think I'm all that. I'm not. I have self-esteem issues. But when you tell people you have self-esteem issues and they're like, well, what problems do you have? Man, I work out 5 days a week. I don't eat sugar. I eat keto. I am obsessed about me looking a certain way. Like it's a lot of hard work. But I guess when you're attractive, and I guess if you've been attractive all your life, maybe I've learned that, you know, I hate to sound stupid, but anecdotally, attractive people who've been attractive all their lives are more outgoing. I have friends that have been skinny and pretty all their lives, and they have a bit more, the way they carry themselves socially has been different than those of us who've been bullied. I was bullied. I've been called fat. I've been called frumpy. I've been called everything as a kid. I didn't fit in. People didn't want to be around me. People would make fun of me. I had it rough when I was in school. You know, once I got to middle school and high school, I had it rough. Like I was bullied. I was called everything. I've been a fat kid since I was 5 years old. I came out the womb chunky. So I've always been that way. So when people are dogging you out and beating you down and calling you names and making fun of you, and men and guys are like, ew, you're disgusting and you're gross and you're, you know, I mean, when you hear that from the time that you're 12 to the time that you're in your 20s, it's just kind of like, okay, I was already shy and introverted and weird and nerdy anyway. So you feel like, okay, well, I really don't fit in. And so that shapes your mindset and how you deal with relationships, how you deal with people. It shapes your sense of self-worth, all of that. And then one day you wake up and your outside doesn't match your inside anymore. So when I was fat and I was a big girl, my outside matched my inside. And so now people kind of get taken aback because they're like, you're not what I expected. I expect you to be more confident, outgoing, and not so nervous. I'm nervous around people. I have anxiety issues around people. And for some reason, a lot of my friends just thought once I got to be a size 10 that I was going to wake up one day and just, I'm so confident. That has never happened. And I think that I'm almost 50. That will never happen. And that's just, for some people, it may happen, but for me, it never happened. I've not changed. I'm still the same girl that I've always been. And I still have the same interests and habits and And I don't go around like, oh, I'm so confident, I'm so attractive, and look at me, and then my boobs are boobing. I mean, I don't have that attitude. And some people kind of expect me to have the attitude, and I don't. They're like, well, you should be happy. Look how gorgeous you are. Look how. I'm just like, I am still that chubby girl at 5 years old. I'm still that chubby girl on the inside. So that's the mental aspects that I just don't hear people talk about. Is like, you know, when you always will see yourself as a fat girl, even when you're not. I can be a size 2 and will always see myself as a fat girl. Like that's just something that I have to work on, and then at some level I don't think it'll ever change. So yeah, we're gonna break it down. We're really gonna break it down. Body image and self-image in society, how people were much more nicer to me. I wasn't prepared for people to smile at me, and I don't smile at nobody. I don't talk to nobody, but I wasn't expecting people to be more polite to me when I lost the weight. The more attractive you are, it really is a pretty people world. It really is. Pretty people don't understand it, that people are nicer than them. People give more concessions. People are, when I'm dressed to the nines and I got my wig on and everything, if I have a flat tire, men are more apt to stop and help me. When I look like this, no one wants to help me. The more attractive I present myself, the more nicer people are to me, the more people are more apt to smile at me, even though my demeanor is the same, the way I act the same, but everything about me is the same. The only difference is I got a motherfucking wig on and motherfucking hair and makeup and I'm wearing something cute. And you will see people will be differential to you. Oh, ma'am, how you doing? Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, people will want to cater to you based on your perceived attractiveness. This is all stuff that I've learned, and it's not fair, but it's the truth. It's not fair. Fabulous Me says, it's crazy the weight messages we take in and on. Being over 55 and having tons of things changing my body has been a weird journey. Watching my daughter embrace herself as a young woman. Yeah, it's like a science experiment, you know. I mean, it's weird, and being a woman is different than it is with being a man. Like I've seen men who have lose weight, and things have been, I think, a bit more body positive for them. They still have their own hangups and issues. Everybody has their own hangups and issues. But with a woman, it's like the whole world, when I lost weight, flipped upside down for me. It's like I went to some bizarro land of weight. I was just like, so this is how the other half lives. This is, this is how people relate to you differently. Oh, people are nicer to me now. I worked at the same company for 9 years. While I was at my company, I lost the weight. There are people who never noticed me before. I've been working in the same department for 4 years. And they were like, oh, are you an accountant? Yeah. I've never seen you before. I'm like, I've worked in the same department for 4 years. What are you talking about? Like, people never even notice me. Or people will be like, oh my God, you lost some weight. You look so good. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, I don't even know you, but okay. I'm appreciative. People congratulating me and all that. But it was just weird at work. When I worked, it was weird. I just, people that I never knew even noticed me. I was just a speck on the wall somewhere. All of a sudden, it was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I see you in the gym all the time. Yeah, I've been going to this gym for 6 years straight. Like, you just now noticed me in the gym. Like, it was just weird. It was weird. So, like I said, being a woman and losing weight, it's just weird. It's just a whole, because I think there's more pressure on women to be pretty and to be skinny, and also depends on what circles you run in. But there's a lot of pressure to be skinny and pretty. In my older age, I don't care about it now. I mean, but when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, it really shaped a lot of my mindset and what I did in my life. But now I'm almost 50. I don't care. I want to be healthy. I exercise and I work out because I like being healthy. I like being strong. I lift a lot of weights because I like being strong. I hate cardio. But, I just want to be healthy. I don't want to have diabetes and blood pressure in the CPAP machine like I had. I don't want to. I want to live a long life because, my husband died. So I want to be here for my children. I don't want to be in a wheelchair, where they have to take care of me and they're in their 20s. I want them to go out there and live a long life and me be happy and healthy, physically and emotionally, mentally, where my kids don't have to worry about me. They know that I can get around, and that's my goal for my life. It's just so, you know, as I get older, because I am an older mom, my kids are young. So by the time my kids are in their 20s, I'm gonna be like in my 60s. So I don't want my kids to feel like, you know, mom's a burden or have some really weird health. If I can help it, you know, I'll try everything in my power to try to eat healthy and be healthy and live, make sure I'm there around when they are in their 30s and 40s. I want to be around. I'll be old as hell. I mean, by the time my kids are in their 40s, hell, I'll be like, damn, we're near 80, but you know. Oh, Fabulous Me had kids in their 40s. If you hear screaming, that is my, speaking of children, it's my daughter. But I don't know why she's screaming or I heard her brother screaming. Anyway, they out. It's vacation time. But I just want, you know, having kids in is late in your life is it's good, but it is not as good, but it is kind of not good. It's like, maybe I should have had them a little earlier. If I could go back and redo things, I probably would have had them when I was like 30, you know, instead of like 38. So, you know, it's like, you know, the wear and tear on my body, I didn't really experience that. But it's just I don't, you know, sometimes it sucks being an old mom, being the, you know, the old mom. You know, all the rest of your son's friends' parents are like in their 30s, and you're just sitting there like, or your kids go, my mom's old. My kids do that. My mom's old. You know, I was just like, but they were like, but she don't look old though. She looks really young. Because people think I'm in my 30s, and I'm just like, I was like, no, I was in my 30s like 20 years ago. So yeah, I look young. I have great genes. I have great genetics. Like my mom is like in her 60s, and she looks like she's in her 50s. So I have just really good genes. And then good living, like, you know, no smoking, no doing drugs. Drugs and alcohol ages you. Like some of these people that be on these reality shows, I just be, you know, amazed that they have their teeth and their faculties because they've had addiction issues. And drugs really do, it ages you. Drugs change. Like we talk about hardcore drugs, I'm talking like heroin, cocaine, crack, meth. If y'all don't know this, these hardcore chemical drugs will age you and change you at a DNA level. That is something that your body doesn't come back from. So when you hear about people dropping dead in their 50s and 60s, and they had hard drugs, and they're recovering addicts and they haven't used drugs in years, and they just drop dead like that at like a 50, it's because if you do enough drugs, your body doesn't recuperate from that. Your body still is feeling the effects of long-term drug use can affect every biological agent in your system. I mean, it can affect your organs, your circulatory system, everything. Like I read all about addiction and meth and cocaine and heroin. Like I was so curious. I went off into a rabbit hole. I just wanted to learn about like addicts and what addicts do and because I've dealt with addicts before. And so I wanted to learn like why addicts did what they do, but like the especially meth, like the level, it changes your DNA. Like I was shocked when I read that like it changes, like when you see people's, like, you know, the faces of meth, y'all all seen those like pictures and posters and stuff, and you see how the people's facial structures have changed. It's because it's like drugs, hardcore drugs like that, you know, not only, you know, eat away at you, you know, in a biological way, but it's also the DNA. Like it inhibits cell regeneration. It just, drugs, just don't do drugs, kids. Like drugs will fuck up your life, will fuck up your health, will fuck up your DNA. It will even pass on to your offspring. Like they're doing studies right now about how meth addicts, when they have children, like it gets in the sperm and the DNA level of you when you have children. Like that's wild. Like that's the new study of how long-term drug addiction can even affect like passing on in your sperm on a DNA level. Like that's how destructive this shit is. And so, you know, that's just how destructive It is. And I'm fascinated by all of it. Like, I'm fascinated by addiction. The only thing I've ever been addicted to is a donut. Like, y'all, you know what? I have a confession. I have a hardcore sugar addiction. Like, I love sweets. And so I have to fight the sugar addiction. And my favorite drug of choice is a damn donut. There is nothing better than a glazed donut. It has to be in vegetable oil because, like, I'm a donut connoisseur. I'm getting off topic, but let me tell you, a glazed donut fried in vegetable oil, that's the best thing ever. Like, not canola, vegetable oil. I can taste the difference when you use certain types of oils for donuts because I'm a donut connoisseur. I'm like a donut dope fiend. But if I eat one donut, I will want to eat like 10 of them. So I haven't had a donut. Me and my kids, we haven't went to the donut shop in months. Like, every once in a while, I'll go to the donut shop. And so, you know, I'm not a foodie, but I love sugar. And y'all, I ordered like every year, like around New Year's, I splurge and I order like international sweets. Like last year I did India. So every year I do a different country. This year is Scotland. So I went on Amazon. And I ordered something called Scottish Tablet. I know I'm getting way off topic because I feel strong. It's something called Scottish Tablet. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but Scottish Tablet, I heard, is the best dessert in Scotland ever. And then I ordered honey butter chips from Japan. So come New Year's, I'm going to sit there with my Scottish Tablet. I'm going to sit there with my honey butter chips from Japan. And I'm going to sit here on camera and I'm going to scarf them down like a pig. Because that's the only time I ever get to have any sweets. That and my birthday. My birthday's in June. I get to have sweets on my birthday. I don't even do sweets on Valentine's Day. But real sweets. Like, I do low carb sweets and I do low carb stuff a lot. But I only get to have real sweets really 2 or 3 times a year. And New Year's Eve is one of them. And my birthday is the other one. So New Year's Eve, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat Scottish Tablet. Look it up. Scottish Tablet is literally butter, sugar, and vanilla, and it melts in your mouth. That's what I've been told, and I heard it's really, really good. And I'm gonna sit here and eat it on camera. Do a Christmas stocking from different countries. I love Christmas, and I love international Christmas, and I love international foods. There is a company called Universal Yums that every month, me and my kids, we should do that. I should do that on camera. There's a company called Universal Yums that they have different levels, and you get a surprise box of food from around the world. Like, and each month is a different country. My kids love it. We've been subscribed for a whole year. I never thought about putting it on camera, but we should put it on camera because it's a box full of all different kinds of foods, and we'll try them. And some of them we hate, and some of them they're good. They're just like, oh my God, it's the best thing I ever had. And each box, is a theme. Last month was South Korea. I'm waiting for the box to come. It should be here Monday or Tuesday. It's a little late, but it usually comes around mid-month. And so if you like international food, you like trying new foods, Universal Yums has a box, $17 a month, and you will get a box full of like goodies and cookies and candy and all kinds of stuff. And if it's just you, it's thebomb.com. It's me and my kids, and we all get a little taste. So I share it with the kids. But if it's just you, or you and one other person, you got it good. Because it's a lot of bites, a lot of treats. Like, the treats usually last us a couple of weeks, but my kids don't eat them like every day. They just eat them. They'll eat off them for about 2 weeks. And then I'll taste and try little things here and there. But I love international food, especially international desserts. India has some of the best desserts I've ever had in my life. So just put it out there. I know I digress, y'all. I can go on. Fabulous Meat, you said your kids did you homeschool your kids? I've really been thinking about homeschooling my kids, but I don't know how to go about it. It just seems very overwhelming to me. And so I'm going to do a video about like homeschooling, and I'm going to have y'all make comments. I'm going to do a video about homeschooling probably on Monday or Tuesday since my kids are out of school. Not hard. I find the curriculum not hard to teach my kids, but I worry about socialization. Like, I worry about my kids having friends and all this stuff. That's what really I worry about. I don't worry about the curriculum because during the pandemic, I homeschooled my kids. Like, we were thrown into the fire, especially in my district. They had really no plan. But my kids loved it. They loved when they were home. They absolutely. The reason why I'm sick right now, I had the flu. If y'all watch my videos, I had the flu around right before Thanksgiving. I had the flu really, really bad. Like my whole household. My mom had to go to the hospital because my mom has COPD. Now I have this sinus thing. So I don't know how I got this sinus thing. We've never had COVID in my home, thank goodness. But like my mom is susceptible to any kind of sickness. So that's why I'm overly cautious. But I have a sinus thing, and it sucks because I stay sick a long time. So y'all knew I was sick for like 3 weeks. I was coughing. Had chills. I was shivering like a crackhead in the corner of my bed. I was still doing videos though, even though I was sick as a dog. But it took me forever to get well. Now I feel like with this sinus thing, I'm supposed to go see Avatar on Tuesday. So hopefully I'll be well enough to report back. I'm not too excited about Avatar, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not. Avatar, I didn't like the first one, but my sister-in-law wants to go see it. Oh, don't her. But okay, Family to Me says she's in rural North Carolina. I'm in Texas. I'm in a small suburban, rich town, and she had to watch the outing, so the schoolwork got done. Oh, there's not some problem. There are so many groups you have to limit. There's so many groups you have to limit the outings. Family to Me said there's so many damn homeschool groups that she had to limit the outings. She like, look, y'all going out too much. Family to Me said it's too much sauce. So I'm seriously thinking about it because my kids really enjoy the time. And then I work from home. So I have the time to do it. So, and then my mom is here as well. So in the curriculum, I don't worry about. It's just the only thing the only thing I worry about is the socialization. I want my kids to be able to interact with other children, to be able to go out with other children. And so, that's how I feel. I'm scared of that. And then on top of that, in Texas, I don't know about North Carolina, but in Texas, a lot of the homeschool groups are Christian based. Well, that's definitely showing that hell's not going to work with me because we are not Christian based anything. But there are secular ones here as well. I heard there's secular groups in North Texas. I went online and looked and saw several of them because like we don't belong to a church or anything. And a lot of the homeschool kids that are homeschooled around where I live in the far North Dallas Denton area, a lot of them are homeschool kids and they know each other through church. And so that's an issue because we don't go to church. So we straight up heathens. My son told his teacher that. He said, no, we're heathens. So I said, what the hell? Oh my God. Christian based. See, I can't. We can't do the Christian based at all. It's really not gonna work with me and my kids. We just like my kids be like, no. My kids be like, mm-mm. But I just want them to be able to just, be able to have the option there and to be able to do things. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, the way schools are, I don't know about where y'all are at, but where schools at and where I'm at, they don't do much of anything anyway. Like my son belongs to a Dungeons and Dragons group that he goes every other Thursday. They play Dungeons and Dragons. And really that's about it. My son wasn't a private art school. Like he did private art classes after school. But that cost me a lot of money, like thousands, right? Like it was costing me $500 a month for him to go to art class every week. Like, let's tell you what's going on here. But really in his school, there's no dances. There's like a few clubs. There's really not a lot of like outings that he's doing anyway. There's no like, my son doesn't play sports. My daughter's really young. She's 8. But my son doesn't play sports. So he's not on some sports team or anything like that. So my worry is not that. Because I remember somebody asked me, well, does he play sports? I was like, no, my son has no interest in sports at all. My son's an artist. He likes art. He likes lots of art. Okay. He likes to draw and sculpt and paint and sew and put shit together and tear up the whole house. And he's in the garage probably building something out of pipes right now as we speak. I think he's building something out of pipes. I hear some clamoring, but he's like the Tony Stark of our house. Like next thing you know, he's going to come out with an Iron Man suit. Like, I don't know. But yeah, my son, he's about to be in 8th grade next year. So after 8th grade, he's going to high school. And so we shall see. I should say, but I'm really thinking about it. My son really, one of the few kids that are pushing for homeschool. Like he's like, Mom, I need to go to homeschool, Mom. Now my daughter, she's Miss Social Butterfly. So she's like, nah. She like, nah, I got too many friends in school. I mean, my son has friends, but he's not, he just wants a good education and go off to college and go off and live his best life. He's over the whole school. He was like that when he was in 3rd grade, but now he's like, he tells my daughter, just wait till you get in middle school. You're going to hate everything. And so my son doesn't, no bullet. Yeah, my son is just, he likes to build stuff. Like he puts shit together. He's been doing this forever. Like I said, every time he goes on vacation, I just have to watch him because he'll go in my closet, he'll borrow things. Like, oh, you're not using this shirt. I'm like, no, I'm not. Why? And the next thing you know, I'm like, oh no, I don't wear that shirt. I don't want that. And then a day later, it's gone out of my closet because he decides to. I don't know, make a costume. I don't know. He's like, I'm making a Dungeons and Dragons costume, and here's my cape, and I'm just sitting there going, okay, honey, but why are we tearing up old clothes? Like he just, he's the artistic type, and so, and then my son, he's in robotics in school. He's in robotics, so they're building like 3D models and stuff like that. So he likes stuff like that, But my daughter's social butterfly. My daughter's talented and gifted. She's an expo. So she likes her little, but she's young. I don't know what's going to happen when she gets to middle school. She may love middle school, but my son, he was good until he got into middle school. And he was just like, nah, I don't like this. He had hands-on electives. Like, yeah, my son's already over the bullshit in school, AK. My son's been over it. Like once he hit middle school, he was over it. Like he was over it. Shit, once the pandemic ended and he had to go back to school, he was over it. He does not like school. School is not for him. School is, there's some laziness there because my son is kind of lazy and I have to like push him. But it's just, school is just not, especially math. He hates math. And so it's just, school is not really his thing. And I told him, I said, you just have to work hard at it. He's not my daughter. My daughter, things come to her. I mean, she's truly is talent. Now my daughter's temperamental, but I guess that goes hand in hand with being really smart. My daughter's temperamental. She's headstrong. She's 8 going on 80. Like she ever since she was little, she's not one that you can manipulate or threaten or tell. You have to be really honest with her and talk to her like she's grown because she doesn't understand like stupid childish stuff. She's just like, that's dumb. I forget that my daughter's 8 sometimes because the things that she's into is older. And when I say older stuff, I don't mean like makeup and hair. My daughter has no interest in that. My daughter wants to make dioramas and she wants to write books and she wants to be a lawyer and she wants to fight for animals and she's like, want to save the environment, and she knows lots about dinosaurs and animals, and she wants to be a vet. I think she wants to be some kind of veterinarian or geologist. She likes rocks too. Yeah, she definitely takes a cerebral path. My cerebral path. My son, on the other hand, my son is outgoing. He's kind. He's effervescent. Me and my daughter were more like low key and introverted, but he's more of a people person. That's just his personality. He's much more sociable, but he started to hate school when he couldn't socialize no more. Because once you get older, you don't really have group work, and you don't have all that. Once you hit middle school, it's like you got to work by yourself. My son's like, I got to work by myself. Like he used to have a group time and sitting around with his friends and talking in class, and then like he misses that fun time. And I think he would really benefit from having like a homeschool pod. Is that what it's called? There's things called homeschool pods. And I think my son would do in a better environment where he had more one-on-one hands-on learning from a teacher. And so they have things called like homeschool pods where there's like 5 or 6 kids that they go to someone's house or they go to a center or a church or somewhere where they have one teacher and she teaches them like all day, but it's only like 5 or 6 kids. And you have to pay for it. I'm willing to pay for it, but I think he would benefit more with a smaller classroom environment and more hands-on, if that makes sense. And then I learned about homeschool pods during the pandemic because people formed a few of them in my neighborhood. And but yeah, I just think it would be better for him not to be in a classroom of 20, 25 kids per class. You know, I think yeah, I think he are reading the comments. Yeah, some kids are like that. Some kids can flourish and some kids can't. My son needs more hands on, you know, like every time he has homework, we sit together after school and we sit together and we discuss, go over each one of his class and talk about this and explain things, and then he gets it. But to go in the way the classrooms now, they don't have any textbooks. They don't have any, I'm flying blind at my kids' middle school because we don't really have any textbooks. They don't really give any kind of like syllabus like we used to have when we were kids. Remember we had syllabuses? They don't do textbooks anymore. They don't do syllabus. Like I barely even know what's going on with my kids' class from week to week, and that annoys me. I want to know what's going on, you know. And I'm an active parent. Like I'm a very involved parent, education wise, and a lot of parents are not. And so for me, it's frustrating because I want to know what's going on so we can prepare and we can study for it. I can get him to get into the habit of writing notes and taking notes and good. I can't instill good study habits when I don't know what they're even studying. When I have to rely upon him to ask for him to tell me what's going on, he's trying to describe it, but I don't really have anything to be like, okay, this week we're doing this week we're doing that. The testing is coming up in a week. This unit, like I don't even know what unit he's doing in science or math. Like I have to email the teachers and be like, okay, what are y'all learning this week? I hate this shit. That's bullshit to me. Like, no, you know, I want to know what my kid is learning. What are they working on? So any issues or anything that he doesn't know, it's not like he got to come to me and be like, Mom, I don't understand this and this and this. And then we got a day to try to like learn it and get it together. No, I want to be able to have a school that communicates with me so I can help my child be successful and my child needs structure. And the way the school is, when he was at home with me, we had structure. We're doing this, we're studying this. I need you to take this notes. My son needs structure. The way they do it now, when they just zip past thing, okay, now we're moving on to something else. Wait a minute. Now we're moving on to something. I wouldn't have flourished in that environment. And I was a straight A student. I wouldn't have flourished the way they do things now. And there's no way for us to go back and look over stuff and take our time to really understand what he's learning. It's just kind of like, okay, I got to hurry up and memorize this shit so I can take a test so I can pass this test. That to me, that's not learning. That's not enriching my child's education. So during the summertime, and even during this break, my kids, they read. I make them read. They read books. They read articles. We watch documentaries. Like my kids, they hate it during the summertime. My son's like, Mom, can we please not do? Because they'll have, during the summertime, they got a week to do whatever they want to do, to have fun, to not do anything. Maybe 2 weeks. This year they had 2 weeks to just do nothing. But during the rest of the summer, every other day they're doing some sort of lesson. We're joining a book club. We're going to the library. They have to read. They have to pick a couple of books and read them. We'll read them together if they need help. My daughter doesn't have any issue with it. My son hates it. And he's like, do we have to do this every summer? And I said, yes, every summer. We work on his math. I got to do everything to try to stop the summer slump. But, you know, I just complained to his school. A lot of other parents, I'm not the only one, about the lack of communication from his school, a lack of parental involvement. We don't know what they're learning. We don't know what they're doing. And I hate all of it. And I hate it. And I hate not knowing what my kid is doing. Elementary school, I have no problems with my daughter. So we get newsletters. We got a website. I know what they're working on every month, every 9 weeks. This is what we're going over. No problem. Everything was fine until he hit middle school and everything just kind of fell apart for us. It's just kind of like my son is like, okay, this is going way too fast for him. And so he has to really, really work hard to make the honor roll. He made the AB honor roll this last 9 weeks and this 9 weeks. But it just really takes a lot of me digging and emailing teachers and asking them what they're doing. And I feel like such a nag, but it's like my kids' education I take very seriously. But it just seems like in this middle school, it's just kind of like you just throw it up in the air and just like whatever. And they really don't want the parents to be involved. I don't know what it is. But I told my son it's not his fault, you know, that he doesn't understand certain things. And then he has to stay, you know, he has to stay after school for tutoring. And then tutoring is only like 20, 25 minutes. And they just kind of like rush through things and don't really explain it. And he has to come home to me and I have to take the time to explain. I said, this is too much. If I knew what he was doing in the first place, I could be at home working on him But like I said, I can't instill note taking and study habits if I don't know what we're studying, and I don't. And from week to week, I have no idea. So I have to keep it. Teacher sent him a YouTube video. No GSP. That sounds like at my school. They will send you a YouTube. They like, oh, look, Google these slides. I said, I told my mom, I said, so this is what teaching is in 2022. YouTube videos, Googling shit. And they literally, when my son take math tests, they're literally getting the test questions and the quizzes off online. We can literally Google it and we can pull it up and get the answers. Because they're not even making up their own tests anymore. They're taking it from other stuff that people wrote, and we can literally pull up the quizzes and tests from question 1 through 10 is online. So they ain't really doing no teaching. They just kind of like, yes, YouTube. They like, oh, go on YouTube and look this up. I was like, how do we even know this is accurate on YouTube? Like, are you kidding me? Okay. Yeah, they lazy. Yeah, the difference is crazy. There's no textbooks. My son don't even have a locker. He has to carry around his Chromebook and his backpack all the time. And I get that. But when I did college online, I did college online 2 years ago, right? We had the textbook. We can download the textbook. And we still had the textbook, but just in electronic form. They don't have no textbook. Literally, the teachers are just going online, pulling up handouts, and just giving it to them electronically. This is what teaching is now. So they're Googling the whole quizzes, whole tests are online. They just taking it from a website that you can look up. There's a website called like Quizly. All the teachers' quizzes are all from that. It's a website. I was floored. I was like, so this is what we're doing. They don't take no time in class to really explain anything. They go over things, and then the rest of the time they're like, oh yeah, go Google this, look this up. Here's some slides that they didn't even make, by the way. Slides that they're taking off of another website and then giving the kids, and then so all the kids are looking at I'm just like, so everybody's using these slides to teach history? What? Okay. I'm like, so this is teaching. Where you're basically getting stuff from Google, getting stuff from Wikipedia, and getting stuff from YouTube videos. Like that's what teaching is now these days. I was like, why even go to school and get a degree? I can do that. Just tell me what we teach, and I can go online and pull up material on a subject and be like, oh yeah, y'all go read this. Here's some handouts. Y'all read that you didn't pull from Google and printed. Right. Yeah, my son wasn't tutoring. He did the silver and tutoring too when he was in 3rd grade, because he needed help with his math skills. And then we thought about doing tutoring again, but they have the teachers to do the tutoring after school. But again, it 20, 30 minutes after school, once every other week is just not, it's not really good. But, I guess it's better to be paying for it, but it is, I'm like, so this is teaching? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is teaching. That's teaching now these days, y'all. That's teaching. That's teaching. Just Google stuff and you ain't got to really know much. I was like, okay, that's crazy to me. That killed me. I said, that's teaching? Okay. Yeah, like Fabulous Me was saying, is the breakdown of middle school. Like once they go to middle school, it's like I think I congratulate the K through 5th or the elementary school teachers. They are putting in work. They're actually working. Once they get to middle school, I don't know how high school is. Once they got to middle school, it's like these teachers don't give a fuck. They just like, here's a handout, gone. Yeah, they sit around in class, listen to the teacher for about 5-10 minutes, and then the other 35 minutes, they're looking at their Chromebooks, pulling up Google and slides, and I'm just like, that's school? I'm like, okay, that's research? Wikipedia? That may or may not be accurate? Okay, all right. Yeah, they don't teach cursive here either. Yeah, my kids can't read cursive either. Yeah, then they taught the new math. They do the core math now. The core math where I can't help them. You can't even help your kids with the math. Like I'm like, because they do core now. And so when they changed over to the core math, they have to like write out how they got the answer. They can't just put the answer. And then if they don't do it the core way, they get marked wrong. And I railed against that too. And I was mad about that shit too. I was like, well, if you get the answer, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Because the thing about this is what messed me up is that I'm in college, right? I'm in college. Like I told the lady, I'm in college right now. I'm taking math in college right now. They don't care whether you do it the core way or whether you do it the other way. They don't care as long as you get the answer. Why are they just learning Common Core when they're going to college and some of these colleges don't care? They don't care about Common Core. They're not really enforcing it. So I was like, to me, school, middle school and high school is getting my child ready for college. That's how I feel. I understand that not everybody's kid's going to go to college, but using Common Core is not practical. And it's not something that's used in even in the real world, besides college. It's not even used in college. So I was just like, I fought my battles with that too, but I gave up. You know, I'm like, yeah, basically, yeah, they need a teacher, not a tutor. And basically what kids have now is a over fucking glorified tutor. That's what they have now. They have somebody just sitting down with them telling them, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. And I'm just like, okay, so y'all not really teaching? They're not really teaching. Yeah, it's all about the money. In Texas, it's all about the teachers teaching so they can pass the STARS test. That's really what it is, because that's how the schools get their funding, is through standardized testing. So it's teaching you have the teachers are teaching the test now. They want the kids to pass the test. They want the kids to pass the standardized test. And the standardized test is nothing what they're learning in the classroom. So when the kids go to do the standardized test, they fail, because what they're learning in classroom is not even at the same level as the standardized test in a lot of these schools in Texas. But that's how they get their funding. The more kids that are passing these tests, the better it looks for the state. And then that's how they get their money. So yeah, no cursive in schools. My kids, which I understand, because I don't use cursive, but however, I don't write in cursive. But when I'm doing like different fonts for t-shirts or stuff like that, my kids are like, what does that say? What does that say? And I'm just like, okay. So no, we don't use cursive every day like we used to in our but in your day-to-day lives, when you see a billboard or a sign, a lot of times the font that they use is in monotype Corsova or many different cursive fonts. So I'm like, that's not even practical on a real. They should at least teach them to read it, much less write it, because in a real world setting, you're gonna have billboards and newspapers and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. If you look around where you live, there's all kinds of fonts that are in cursive. And the fact that my kids can barely make it out, I'm just like, oh Lord have mercy. Like, what if they go somewhere and they're handed a piece of paper and like a couple of lines are in cursive and the rest of them is just in regular font? They're gonna be like, oh, how do I read that? So I'm just like, that's not even, that's not helpful in the real world level either. So I don't agree with that either. Oh, you're talking about study. We take this California Sanitism. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, it's about all the money. Yeah, my kids, they don't know how to sign their name. They don't. They just write their names. They don't sign their name. People are like, what? Yeah, they just write their names. They don't know how to write in cursive. To them, a signature is just writing their name. My son is in 7th grade, and it's wild. Like this and that's why I said another reason why homeschooling, I feel like they will get a better education, because I feel like there's so much other things that I can teach them besides what they're teaching now. Because I'm thinking, if the teachers are just doing this, then besides math, because I suck at math. I am math stupid. I'm not good at math at all, like at all. But I feel like everything else, when it comes to science, I got it. When it comes to technology, I got it. Especially when it comes to English, I'm an English major. I was a journalist. I mean, I went to school for journalism. So I can write really, really good. I can do English really, really good. I know the ins and outs of poetry and writing and all that. Psychology, got it. You know, a health class or two, got it. Math, no, I'm very weak at that. But I can get him help. But I just feel like, you know, that they're not, my son right now is not really getting a good education. And I'm thinking it's going to get worse when he gets to high school. It's going to be any worse. Because I can't think of it being, this is bad enough. I mean, he's going to 8th grade next year. And so I'm just like, hopefully it'll be a little, I don't know. But if like he goes into high school and it sucks, I'm going to end up pulling him from high school. Like, I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. And I'm a type of parent, like, I'm cool. Just communicate with me. I'm cool. I'm a good parent. I'm understanding. I'm not rude. I'm nice. I like, in anything in my life, I like communication. I don't like things to be left up in the air and me not knowing what's going on. That's just me, period. Like when it comes to my job, I get annoyed at my job when things happen at my work. Then I'm like, okay, we're changing the system, or we're changing this, we're changing that. Wait a minute, shouldn't we have a meeting? Shouldn't we discuss this? Like, I'm all about, like, let me know what's going on first before you drop shit on me. I don't like surprises. I don't like things at the last minute. I'm a planner. I'm a doer. I'm a type A person. So as a type A person, it kills me that my child's education is just kind of left up to the whim of the principal or whoever decides that, you know, that it's okay that the parents are not involved or not hands-on involved with their children. And that just drives me. Like, I rail against that school. Like, I'm cussing out the school every week. I'm like in the car, just like, these in my first it's like, yeah, they can rewrite history. Yeah, they can write anything now, you know. And it's just like, it's scary. I just don't want people, and then I don't want people going to Google and Wikipedia or YouTube. God knows, fuck's sake, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, for information about real historical events and people. I'm like, no, I'm like, I disagree with that. I'm like, no, what? I was like, wait a minute, who? Like, no, half the shit on YouTube, these history channels, they've debunked some of these history channels that it's not right. Like, anybody can make a history YouTube channel. I mean, I could do that and just spout out a bunch of bullshit and just have some really cool videos and graphics up there. And people are like, oh, okay, well, it must be true because it's on YouTube. I have to tell my kids, social media is not your friend. My kids, they don't have no Facebook, no Twitter, nothing. My son's 12, almost 13. I said, no, my son don't even have a cell phone right now, y'all. Like, he wants a cell phone. I said, I'll think about it. Because it is, and it's not because of the price, it's because I told him, I said, social media is dangerous, y'all. You got the internet just teaching people all kinds of horrible things about themselves, horrible things about other people. I said, I don't do social media. I do YouTube. Everything else is for my business. Twitter is for my business. My Instagram is for my business. That's it. Like, I have a Facebook. It's really for my intimate friends and people that I really, really know and really, really like, that know intimate moments, like see pictures of my kids and all that. My kids' relatives are on YouTube, on Facebook and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't get on social media looking for news. I don't get on, you know, if I want to know news, I'll get a Reuters, Sky News. I'll try to take a bunch of it in, but looking at YouTubers for information is not, no. I guess because, you know, I went to school for journalism, so that's frightening to me. It's scary to me. And so that you're letting social media raise these kids, that's too much for me. I ain't let social media raise my damn children. They have my children thinking all kinds of pictures and all kinds of things on the TikToks. I don't like the TikTok either. I know I sound old as fuck, but I don't like the TikTok either. I'm like, these dance videos and this stuff. And I told my kids, I said, why are we watching this? Can we watch something that'll enlighten your mind, educate you? I don't want my kids don't get on TikTok. They're not watching dance videos. They could care less about any of that. They just like, okay. They like videos with cats in it. They watch YouTube. They watch Penny the Cat. They like other videos about, like, you know, people and, you know, about animals and people, you know, talking about raising their pets and stuff like that. My daughter likes that stuff. They like videos where they watch other people watch other videos, or they watch video games and stuff like that. Stuff that I watch. But if you look at my subscription list, I watch a lot of politics, a lot of I don't have watch gossip stuff. I try to set a positive example for my kids. They know I don't care about taking selfies and looking cute, and I gotta have all these likes and these angles. And my kids know I'm not into none of that. They like, my mama don't care about that. My mama don't even wear no makeup. Show don't. I leave the house looking just like this, child. My kids used to it. She got the African wrap on. Oh, let me tell y'all. Speaking of African rap, there is a special coming on about Miss Cleo. Do y'all remember Miss Cleo? Call me now. I'm going to cover that. There's a whole documentary movie about Miss Cleo. And I know the story because Miss Cleo is fake, y'all. It is fake. The whole accident, the whole thing was fake. If y'all, spoiler alert, if y'all have not heard the story about Miss Cleo, the psychic from the 90s, it is a story for the ages. And I'm so happy. I saw the preview the other day that they're making a movie about it. And I will cover that movie because the Miss Cleo story, child, if you don't know, it is so crazy about the Miss Cleo thing. She was not a psychic. She was an actress. The accent was fake. Everything was fake. It was a set. All of the Miss Cleo thing. The company got indicted for fraud. All kinds of stuff. So they're doing a whole, I think it's on Hulu. I don't know. You got to look it up. But I plan to watch the Miss Cleo special. I don't know when it comes out, but it's coming out soon. I saw the preview and I got so excited. So I got to do that. But y'all, I got to get off here. I spent 2 hours and 30 minutes I've been talking to y'all. I miss Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo was a fake. She's a fraud. That bitch was a fraud. Fraud. Like, call me now, Miss Cleo. I called that psychic line a long time ago and asked some questions about my ex. I remember, and they would charge so much money, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, they have a documentary finally coming out about Miss Cleo. And when I learned the truth like 3 years ago, my jaw dropped. I listened to a podcast and they was talking about the true story of the woman, and her name wasn't Cleo, and she wasn't Jamaican, and she was from Queens, and they hired her to play a part, and in her life itself is interesting. It's a whole thing. But anyway, my computer's finna die. I thank everybody for being here rewatching. We didn't got on a tangent. Y'all know we come here, we talk about all kinds of things. We didn't talk about education. We didn't talk about weight loss. We didn't talk about AK. We talk about her and her and Godspeed and may she be blessed and everything and her speedy recovery. Well, plus my teeth and showed up. I said, so I appreciate talking to everybody. But yes, Miss Cleo documentary, I'm definitely going to cover that because that's fascinating. I mean, and Dustin is here. Everybody's here. Yeah, Miss Cleo, if you don't know the Miss Cleo story, please look that up because it's worth a whole, like, people have done podcasts. Like, I listened to a whole 2-hour podcast and my jaw dropped because I knew it was fake, but I didn't know how intricate and how fake this really was and how this was a whole, like, scam and a scheme. But anyway, y'all, I love all of you guys. Yes, AK, I love you. Love you, mama. And I'm fixing to go. I'm finna go blow my nose. I'm gonna see what my kids, see what Tony Stark is doing here and down here in this garage. And I'll see what's going on. And I gotta watch some other TV I gotta watch. I'll be back to do my weight loss journey video and talking about Monique and weight loss in this show. But everybody have a great holiday. Have a good day. And I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you hit thumbs up. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment. It helps the algorithm. Anyway, until next time, y'all. Bye.